fine.
Yeah,
Rashad Evans.
Fuck that.
Yo,
Fuck that.
Yo,
you should,
lean. He mean.
Hey.
He in fight shape.
You should have.
I told you he's 6'2". I thought he was my height.
No, you should have checked with me first before you had Rashad on the fucking show, though.
I don't check in with nobody, brother.
And I came ready too, just in case too, because I heard.
No, don't start with that energy. Don't start with that energy. No,
we out here for a good time.
Okay, let's go.
I'm just saying, just in case.
No. Yes. No, he's been talking shit about me. He said, I'm gonna have somebody on the show that beat you before. I'm like,
I didn't say that.
He did say that shit.
I didn't say it like that.
You the first guest.
Are we rolling?
Are
we rolling? Because I didn't say it like that.
He did say that. You the first guest that actually beat me in a fight.
I didn't say it like that.
Respect.
Yeah.
He gave you one of these. Did that hurt? Did this what? I'm wondering, does like this hurt still? Because he got hands, right? You got hands.
I got hands, yeah, you know.
He hit me with a right hand, surprised the shit out of me.
In the first, like the first second of the fight.
It surprised the fuck out of him too, because he didn't do shit afterwards.
Hey, hello. That was one of the best fights I think MMA fans have ever seen. And that was a very highly anticipated fight. I guess we got to just jump right into this.
I'm gonna do your intro, man.
We got to jump right into
Do your intro. I know you like doing intro.
Yeah, I don't like
Let me do an intro.
Yeah.
Hey, what's up? This your boy Rampage JAXXON. And we're here with Bear DeGidio and the luckiest man in MMA, Rashad Evans. You got lucky when you fought me.
Hold on now. Come
on now.
Now how's got to? I mean, I would say this: the third round when you caught me with the punch, you know, you had me a little froze up for a second. But
what saved you? Be honest. What saved you? Have you seen that fight? What saved you?
Yeah, I say.
What saved you?
Your inability to ground a pound.
No. I got some good ground pound.
I think it was the fact that you were missing, and I was like,
you don't remember pulling on my shorts?
Huh?
You don't remember?
Hey, I couldn't feel my hands. I didn't know what my hands were doing.
Your hands was pulling on my shorts, which is highly illegal.
But what I'm saying is this: how did you allow that to happen?
Man, I'm gonna tell you. Dana White threatened to sue my ass if I didn't fight you because we were supposed to fight in my hometown, but I took that movie. It just came at a bad time. That was the biggest decision of my career. And I was like, I didn't want to miss on the opportunity. I lost money doing that movie and everything, but it wasn't about money, right? Yeah. So I had to go right into training camp after doing the movie, and I couldn't train for 6 months. They had tattoos on my hands. I had a wig on for the first half till I grew my mohawk out, and I had fake tattoos on me and shit. They wouldn't let me train. I had my trainer there getting paid. Now he didn't have to do shit.
So you did the whole camp while you was getting ready for the while you was doing the movie?
No, I couldn't train.
You didn't even train for the fight.
I couldn't even run. I gained a lot of weight, and I went straight to England to train. And the day the camera crew came there, I got injured, my knee, and then look at him smiling. No, look at him smiling. Look at him.
I'm watching.
And in the fight, I remember you punching my kneecap, and that never. In my 25 years of fighting, that never happened to me before.
UFC Hall of Fame.
First of all, well, look, I didn't know you had a bad training camp. About a month before the fight happened, I ended up pulling my hamstring, so I couldn't do nothing for about a month. I was doing just drilling. That's all I was doing. But when I went into the fight and I had you against the wall and I was hitting you in your thigh, I only did it because the way you was reacting. Like you was reacting in such a way, I was like, oh, this must bother him.
It wasn't bothering me.
I don't know. You react.
Was it bothering you? No, it wasn't bothering me because in my fight, like I typically don't feel pain in my fight while I'm fighting. Mm-hmm. But I just thought it was funny that the day the camera crew was there, I hurt my knee. I slipped or some shit and I tweaked my knee, and then he was punching me in my knee because I know Dana White wasn't happy with me, so I figured you and Dana was cool, and they went back, oh, yeah, Rampage hurt his knee. On the
Dana White told you that Rampage had a bad knee? That's how you knew to hit it?
No, it was no secret that I had bad.
No, he didn't tell me none of that. Oh. But, see, me and Rampage met, before Rampage got into the UFC, I met Rampage.
And King in the Cage.
And King in the Cage when he was cornering Sick Dog.
I couldn't stand your ass.
He was cornering Sick Dog. And in that fight with Sick Dog, it was a good fight. Sick Dog was He was tough.
He was a good wrestler.
Yeah, he was a good wrestler, and he had some good hands too. But in that fight, I was on Sick Dog's thighs too. If you watch the fight, I was kneeing his thighs and hitting his thighs the same way.
No, you hit my kneecap.
Oh, I was hitting the kneecap. See, that's
different. I wouldn't say nothing about hitting the thighs. I don't see nothing wrong with that.
So yeah, I mean, look, I was going like this. It was a hammer fist, and I do it all the time. If I get somebody in his cage, I just start hitting their leg.
All these years, I thought that he had some inside knowledge. I was like,
You really thought that Dana White sat him down before the fight?
Because I know Dana White. Like when he don't like you, he want the other guy to win anyway. You know what I'm saying?
I thought they liked you. I thought you was they do.
No, they didn't like me after I fought Chuck.
I think we had the same problem.
Why they didn't like you?
Chuck was a golden boy.
Now, you know, I would always have a thing, like I always just think that, you know, they had something against me. And me and Dana got into it a bunch of times in the media. And, you know, a couple of times, you know, we had a phone conversation. But it always worked out. You know, whatever me and Dana problems that we had, whenever we got on the phone and talked, it was all cool.
I think Dana just didn't like you because you ugly.
Yeah, like because I'm ugly. He must have hated your ass because I look way.
No,
I look way better.
No, hell no.
When you walked in, he goes, Jason Jackson has a podcast with us today? Go, Jason Jackson's in PFL. What are you talking about? I go, we got Rashad Evans today. And you walked in, I'm like, don't play with him, Rampage.
Yeah, of course I know Jason Jackson.
Y'all look like twins.
Yeah, that's my dude. That's
He's
my
a good
dude, Jason.
He's a good dude.
Great fighter.
Yeah, he came up on the Blackzilians back in the day.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, he was my main training partner for a minute.
That's an interesting topic right there off the break for a lot of the current MMA fans and the newer ones. I mean, you were one of the original founders of Blackzilians.
Yeah. After
your separation from the Jon Jones team and coach, right?
Yeah.
Can you break that down for me?
Yeah. So after me and Jon Jones got into it, I was looking for a place to train, and I was actually healing from a knee injury myself because Diego rolled into me, so I had an MCL injury.
I wish I'd known I would have punched you in your knee.
So as I'm there training, as I'm there healing up, I started to train with Bigfoot, Danilo Villafort, Yuri, Jazias, and George Santiago. And when I was training with them, I was like, you know what? I want to have a camp just me and have people coming in and stuff like that. And then people started coming in because I was getting ready to fight Phil Davis, and then they just wouldn't leave. And then before I knew it, we look up and we have like a whole team. And then the more successful we got, just the more people started coming. You know, like we had, Alistair Overeem, Vitor Belfort. Really? Yeah, we had. It was a who's who. Everybody started coming.
But they're not zillions.
They the zillion part. See, they're the zillions.
Alistair Overeem is a zillion?
I mean, he the black.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so he the black.
Do he classify himself as black? Because, he's from Holland. I don't know.
I think he do. Yeah, I think he do. I mean, he from Suriname. So they got that Suriname blood. And
So how long were you at Jon Jones's that team, the original team? Because Jon Jones was a young youth when he was with you.
Yeah, so he came in there probably about 3 or 4 years after we got known, after Jackson blew up, because it was me, Keith Jardine, Joey Villasenor, GSP, and Nate Marquardt, and Keith Jardine. That's how we rolled. But then after a while, they wanted to put more light heavyweights in, and then they was like, yeah, we're gonna bring Jon Jones, and he's a young guy, and you don't got to worry about him. And I'm like,
same weight class.
Yeah. But me and Keith did it, and also Brian Stan came to the team, and we all worked out some way we wouldn't fight each other. And he'd be like, no, it'd be like how it is with you and Keith, like it wouldn't be no problems. And I'm like, all right, cool. So then that's how I thought it was gonna be, but then it wasn't like that, Like Jon was one of my best training partners as far as bringing out of creativity and all that kind of stuff. Like Jon was real good for that, but I can see that he was anxious to be the man, Mm-hmm. So that was the biggest conflict with that whole situation.
You used to kick his ass in the gym?
I had my days on him. But it's the gym, it's the gym training.
Yeah.
Some days he get me, some days I get him. But I had my days on him, and that's the thing. Like when we fought, I was really thinking about those days that I had on him. Like, I'm gonna smash him, because I felt like if I got him on the ground, then I'll be able to really, do what I normally do it when I get him on the ground to train him. But Jon got better.
I mean, when he was training with you guys as a young, I don't want to say amateur, but like a new person to the team, kind of a new addition, did you already know at that point that this guy was going to be one of the greats?
Yeah, I thought so.
Yeah.
I thought so, just because of the fact that he just had this natural ability. Like he just had this natural ability to do things that a lot of fighters couldn't do. And the power in Jon was the fact that he was just so creative. His creativity was something that gave him that extra advantage because he'll do things that you just wouldn't really expect anybody to do, and he'll feel comfortable doing it. So, you know, he got to really move forward a lot on people when it came to just being able to catch him off guard because he was just so unexpected.
Was he doing that oblique kick over there with you guys?
So that's where it started. So they brought the oblique kick in when I was going to fight Machida, and they're like, "Oh, we're going to go old school karate. We're going to do the oblique kick." And I didn't like it, and I just never got down with it. But then they started working on it and starting to really bring it into the game, and that's what they did. They brought it into the game. So
that's what Greg Jackson,
Greg Jackson, and Mike Winklejohn.
I want to, line him. I want to oblique kick them motherfuckers.
Yeah, when you fought him, he was oblique kicking the shit out of you.
I know, man. What shit? I trained for that shit too. For me, it was just hard to defend, worry about that and all the other shit he had going on.
Yeah, the thing about it is he kind of mesmerized you the way he moves, and then he throws that kick. And the thing with Jon is that I know you can look at him and know that he's long, but when he's in that cage with you, he's like super damn long. Like you just like, this son of a bitch is all over me. You know, because he gives you that presence like he's going to attack you, but then he reaches out and he's just there all the time. So it makes it hard for you to catch your breath because you can't catch your breath without being in that striking range.
Yeah, he really knew how to use his reach.
Yeah.
Really?
He was really good at that. He knew exactly his reach and how to use it.
It's interesting though, because when he came to the team and this was kind of like your team in a way, you were like, you know, kind of like the captain of the team, so to say. Then, you know, you get hurt, he goes and wins the belt. Is that really the start of you saying, all right, I'm out of here?
Nah, you know, when he won the belt, it was cool because at that point I gave him the okay to take that fight. You know, I'm like, nah.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
He came to you?
Yeah, he did. He got offered that fight after he fought I believe it was not Matt Hamill or something like that, or it may have been, I think it was Matt Hamill. After he fought Matt Hamill, he got offered that fight, and they were like, because he smashed him up so fast, and they were like, you know, he's right in position for a title shot, and I was like, okay, cool, because at the time we were on the same management team. You know, Malky Kawa had joined up with Glenn Robinson, and you know, we were on the same management team, so I'm like, all right, cool. And the problem didn't come with me and Jon until like afterwards. I'm hearing like he's talking about he would fight me, and I'm like, bro, this ain't how it's supposed to go. So I call him one time, and I'm just like, yo, you know, I hear you talking about you want to fight me and whatnot, and he's just like, nah, you know what, you know, hey, it's whatever. I'm just like, yeah. And I'm like, what you mean it's whatever? He's like, yeah, I mean, you know, if we gotta fight, we gotta fight. And I'm like, motherfucker, what? He said, yeah, if we gotta fight, you know, we just gonna fight. And I was like, all right, that's how it is. He's like, yep, that's how it is. And I was like, cool.
You took that personally, huh?
100%. Yeah, 100%. Like I was all in my ego about that at that point because, you know, as a young man, you like, nah, there's only one and that's me. You know what I'm saying? And for me, I was like, so I was already feeling like they were already choosing him. You know, I kind of felt like they was already, you know, giving me the Eddie Kane treatment. You know what I'm saying?
He don't know what that means.
You don't think I know who Eddie Kane is?
Okay, who is Eddie Kane?
Test me.
I just asked you.
Test me.
Who is Eddie Kane?
No, ask me.
I just asked you.
Say the name of the movie.
No. No. You got to say the name of the movie.
You don't know the movie?
I do know the movie.
I knew he wouldn't know the movie. Then what's the movie name? Say it. If you
Just
know it,
hey,
no,
you know what
watch,
this is,
watch,
right?
Rashad, watch this. I'll tell you the movie name off camera. What's the movie name?
No. Tell me the name of the movie right now.
I'll tell you right now.
All right, he got the fucking.
I already have the.
No.
I know the name of the movie.
Man, just tell the name of the movie.
That's not how the game works, bro.
That's how the game works.
See that?
I'm testing you on who's Eddie Kane. You don't know what he's referring to.
I do. That's from the movie.
What movie?
When he gets pushed out of the house.
Okay, which house?
Do you want me to give him the inside information of who's coming on the podcast?
What house?
Yes. Bro, I watched the movie like 10 times.
Of love.
Yes.
And I learned that it don't take much to break a house.
When's
What
the
movie?
last time you guys have seen each other?
I think when we did that movie together.
Movie in Atlanta, yeah.
Hey, I'm telling you, I think that's how we became cool. Like we buried everything.
That's it.
Yeah, we buried everything
Yeah,
because Joe Carnahan, he a genius.
Yeah, he did.
He the director of A-Team, and he did a movie. He's, hey, dog, I don't like that you and Rashad don't like each other, man. Y'all two of the coolest dudes in MMA. Let me put y'all in movies and make y'all twins, German twins. I'm like, what the fuck? Ain't no black Germans.
German twins.
German twins.
German twins.
Yeah, German twins.
You guys played in a movie together as German twins?
Yeah.
Gosh, yeah.
Pull up Rashad.
Boss level.
Yeah.
Pull up him and him as German twins, please.
Yeah, boss
Please.
level.
I got to see this.
Man,
photo.
I hated Rashad.
What was the movie
guts.
about?
I hated his guts. But then we got on set after a couple of days. They've been around each other, like, all right, he ain't so bad.
We was cool, man. Yeah.
Well, I haven't seen him in probably 10 years. Last time I saw you, I was walking into a club in Hollywood. I think they were about to fight like 20 people in the front, and I jumped on a motorcycle, on a cop's motorcycle, tried to grab his gun. I wanted to pretend to be a cop. They tried to arrest me and all kinds of stuff. His boy actually is the one, Jason, was the one who was like, yo, we got to get you inside because they're going to arrest you for doing that. I go, how? It's like, no, that's okay. You could do that. As long as you're sober and you're nice, you could.
If you white.
If you black, your ass getting shot.
I mean, I think you were literally trying to fight like 20 people in front of the club that night.
Yeah, that sounds like how I used to get down.
I bumped into him in a club in Miami, and I posted a video. That's the first time I ever hit 1 million views.
With him?
With him.
Yeah.
What
What were you guys doing?
I bumped. He was in the same club as me. This was before the movie. We wasn't.
He's got a history. First of all, last time I seen him in a club before that was in Vegas, and he got me kicked out.
No.
Yes, he did. Yeah, he got me kicked out. He got me kicked out.
Like he didn't want you in the club.
So what happened was, I'm in the club. I'm in my club, minding my own business, right? And back in the day, this is when we was doing a show. We had this shit on site. Like whenever we seen each other, we just knew.
Oh, that's when we was doing the Ultimate Fight?
Yeah.
Oh,
So we just knew it was on site.
Yeah.
So I'm walking around the club by myself, and then all of a sudden, his big ass jumped down in my face, and we doing the same shit we do on the show. What you doing, Rashad? What you doing, Rashad? Get out my face, Rashad. Get out my face, Rashad.
I must have been drinking.
Yeah. We was all in each other's face, and then it got to the point where we started pushing and shoving. The security guards get involved. Next thing you know, they telling me I gotta leave. I'm like, wait, I gotta leave? Yeah, you gotta leave. Mr. Jackson is gonna stay.
What's wrong with you? Get his ass. He by himself minding his business.
Bro, I couldn't have fun knowing he was in the same club as me. Fuck that. Hey, but you was with Usman in Miami. I didn't even know who he was. He turned out to be champion, one of the greatest fighters in his weight class.
Yeah, he was good. That's my dude, man. I got him in Colorado when I was training for your ass.
Oh, for real?
Yeah, that was the one who got me right when I couldn't train.
Oh, well, fuck him then.
Wait, Usman?
Usman,
You used Usman as a training partner for when you were fighting Rampage?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, he's good.
First I bought down Muhammad Lawal.
Oh, yeah.
And then I bought down
King Mo.
I bought down King Mo. And I bought down DC.
Oh, my God. You brought in the team.
I brought down DC. And then when they left, I had Kamaru Usman. And I just met Kamaru Usman.
Is that when he was on Blackzilians?
That was before.
Wow.
I recruited him because I trained with him for that fight with Rampage. And then I brought him out there to Florida with me to keep training.
Wow.
Why you training with so many wrestlers? For me, I know I'm a wrestler, but I'm more of a striker.
See, the thing is, here's the thing. I knew that, and that's why I was like, I gotta keep going. I gotta go back to my roots because at that point, my wrestling has gotten so far away. My technique got sloppy, and I want to get with some real core wrestlers that just was still connected to the game. So I got with some real wrestlers and trying to brush up on my wrestling a bit.
Who's that taught you that right hand? I want to bite him. That right hand came out of nowhere.
That's Trevor Whitman.
Trevor Whitman?
Yeah, that's Trevor Whitman. See, the whole game on you was I was going to stay low.
Here, show me it.
I was going to stay low.
I want to see this. You
I was
can
going to stay low on his
Show me
ass.
right
I was going
here.
to stay low on his ass, right? Because I want to stay low.
I want to see what you did. You could do it right
You
here.
can take the headphones off.
Okay, we'll do it right here on the main camera.
So here it was. I came out, and I wanted to stay low. I started low.
Oh, so he did the Jon Jones.
No, Jon Jones did me, goddammit.
Hey, yo.
I started that.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, I started that. So I came in low, and I started off low, and I wanted to stay right about here because I wanted him to get over and punch it down. Because if I was gonna punch up, I knew if I went like this, Rampage was good in catching and rolling, right?
thing.
Yeah, catching and rolling without even knowing. Just catch and roll.
Yeah.
So I'm like this, and I go here, and I know he'll throw the punch up there, and I go underneath.
Yeah, that was a good fight.
Wait, I'm more blown away by the fact that you started the walking crawl spider move.
Yeah, that was me.
That's coward shit.
Come on now.
Yeah.
Wait, be serious. Did you know he started that?
I didn't pay attention. You don't watch that shit. I don't pay attention to that
That's
shit.
crazy. That's like the best move in UFC history as the walk-in. Rampage said that's what threw off his whole fight.
Yeah, with Jon Jones, that threw me
When
off.
he came down low like that?
Yeah, because you know, do you do visual imagery before?
Yeah.
Yeah, so I visualized me beating his ass. That was the most overconfident I ever was for a fight. I was just so positive I was going to win. I was overconfident. But when he crawled into the cage, that threw off my whole
game.
Everything. I was like, damn.
I mean, did it throw you off because you was like, damn, that's what Rashad did? Or were you just...
No, I don't even remember. I don't even remember
you doing that?
No, why you pour that into the water?
Because I want to be a little watered down a little bit.
You like the water like you
Yeah, I'm
like
vegan.
you
too sweet.
He vegan.
like you watered down MMA.
Oh,
Crawling into the damn cage. Are you vegan?
Vegetarian, yeah.
I'm a vegetarian.
vegetarian.
I'm a vegetarian.
That's a good thing
pronounced
to be.
Vegetarian.
I'm from the South. I could say vegetarian if I want to.
Yeah, but it's pronounced vegetarian.
But I'm a
He's
vegetarian.
vegetarian.
Yeah, vegetarian. That's what it's pronounced.
It's pronounced vegetarian.
No, it's not. Guaranteed you it's not.
You want to put money on it?
I'll put whatever you want.
You still didn't say the name of that movie we were talking about. He tried to change the subject on that.
When you guys turned into the Boys Choir of America group, I moved on. Okay?
It's the 5 Heartbeats, bro.
I love that movie. Tell them. That's why we were all doing that during it, just to show you that we knew. So when we rewind this, you'll see. That's why I kept going like this.
Okay.
You see that? I use visual imagination like you.
Yeah, so how you a vegetarian? What you eat when off the taco truck out there?
I ate a quesadilla and some beans and rice. That's it.
Why you turn away from meat?
He's in fight shape.
I mean, it just you know what it was. Honestly, it was a combination of things. Me just changing my life, and I had a psychedelic trip. And when I had a psychedelic trip, I just couldn't eat meat no more.
Like DMT, ayahuasca.
Nah, it was mushrooms.
Oh wow,
It was mushrooms. Like I did
You did too much. Sound like
I did about 9 grams. Yeah, and then
I don't know the difference.
yeah,
like when you do a woo chew, you did like 0.5. You know those Ric Flair things you took, and you were bouncing off the walls like a cuckoo bird at Willy Wonka's Chocolate Factory. He did like 6 bags of woo chews
But in mushrooms.
in mushrooms. No, were mushrooms.
What made you decide to do some damn mushrooms?
So when I retired, man, I was in an in-between space. I was in that gray. And the only thing that brought me out of it was psychedelics, man. Because with the psychedelics, it was able to give me the perspective that I needed in order to see things from the perspective, because just being in the fight game for so long and just living like that for so long, when it was done, it was like, damn, it was done. You know what I'm saying? And it was depressing, and I was thinking about my health, because at that point, I had a traumatic brain. I was diagnosed with a traumatic brain injury. Like they said, I had a contracoup in my brain, and I was like, damn, I don't know if I'll ever be able to fight again, or I don't know what my life is going to be like after fighting. So once I started to really look at ways to heal my body, I came across an interview between Paul Stamets and Joe Rogan. And in that interview, that kind of, he gave me a protocol between, he said he did lion's mane, psilocybin, and was it niacin? And he did those 3. And doing those 3 combination, it was to heal the brain. So I started to use the mushrooms. I got real familiar with the mushrooms, and then afterwards, the mushrooms started to work on me. And then I just went down that whole psychedelic path.
Did you walk around your neighborhood butt naked?
No.
I heard.
Is that what you do?
I've never done mushrooms.
So you do
Wait.
mushrooms, get
You
butt
never
naked?
done mushrooms before?
I'm gonna tell you something. Weed, alcohol, and nicotine, only drugs I ever tried in my whole life.
Okay.
You would love mushrooms.
No.
Yeah.
I don't even like eating mushrooms. Like on my pizza or my food. I don't like them.
These aren't the same thing.
But you like candy bars, right?
Oh
What you
my
trying-
God.
what you
No,
trying
I'm
to
just
say?
saying.
Oh my God, Rashad. We were having a good relationship.
No.
Hey, I thought we
He
was.
said you shaped like a Snickers bar.
That's
That's crazy.
No, what I'm saying is,
Break me off a piece of that Kit Kat.
What I'm saying is they got
That's crazy.
what I'm saying is they got the mushroom bars that's like a candy bar.
Do I
So
look
you
fat
know-
right now?
No, but he called you a Reese's Pieces peanut butter cup.
I'm just saying they got candy bars. You can eat one of those, eat like a couple squares, you'd be straight.
No,
man.
I'm scared to eat any mushroom. I'll be vegan and fucking vegetarian. My son be doing all that mushroom shit. That motherfucker won't fuck with meat now.
Oh, he don't mess with meat either.
He a vegan.
I told you something with the mushrooms, man.
No, that motherfucker was doing other shit too, though.
What about the mushrooms helped the ego and the personality and the ability to get through life and feel better? What is it? Does it reset you? Does it allow you to find new perspective on life, a new goal? What is it that really helped you?
You know, it dissolves the person who you think you are. It just kind of it's just one of those things that just it instantly humbles you, and you get to feel yourself in the tapestry of existence. And when you feel yourself in the tapestry of existence, and you have that period where you go through that what they call the ego death, then you start to realize that you're still here, even though you feel like you just died. And that's just the whole thing that we go through in life, where all our fears is just based in the fact that we're afraid to die. We're afraid of the annihilation that seems to be, looming ahead of us. But then once you have that sacred communion with the mushroom or with any of the psychedelics, you realize that you're much more than you are physically.
Bro, all you gotta do is get closer to God. You don't need no mushrooms. You get closer to God, you ain't afraid to die.
See, that's the thing about it, man. It's beyond God.
Are you religious?
Ain't nothing beyond God.
Well, so here it is. It's beyond God in the religious context. See, because everything is God, but it's above God in the religious context, because when you're in religion, you find yourself in a confined box. And in that box,
I agree with that. I'm not religious at all, but I agree with what you're saying.
yeah, you find yourself in that confined box, but somewhere in between and somewhere in the religion is actually pointing to the way. And the way is a personal journey. The way is each and every single one of us tapping into that internal part of us and finding out what that is, because each and every single one of us, we are our own gurus. And once you tap into that place inside of you, it's easy to I can't say easy, but it's there for you to tap into.
Have you ever had an out of body experience?
Yeah.
Is that on mushrooms? Or just sober?
I mean, I've had it without mushrooms. I've had it on mushrooms. I've had it with the toad, with other psychedelics.
A toad? What the fuck is that?
The toad.
What's the toad?
So the toad is
You like lick the toad.
no, you don't lick it. You just smoke the secretions from the toad's back.
This is real.
So it's called 5-MeO DMT, and
You've been hanging around Joe Rogan.
yeah, I mean it is something he talked about on the show, but it's 5-MeO DMT, and it's from the secretion of the back of a toad.
The secretion.
The secretion.
That don't sound like it comes from his back. It sound like it came out of another part of that toad.
The secretion, yeah. So you smoke it, but then when you smoke it, you have this experience where you tap into everything.
Like what?
Like everything there is to tap, like everything and nothing all at the same time.
Bro, I've had an out of body experience, but I wasn't on any drugs. I was probably drinking. I was in the Philippines, and I was having problems with my manager. I don't know if you remember my manager from the UK.
Oh yeah, I remember him.
Yeah, that stupid motherfucker. And that's when I first thought, like, this dude might be fucking me over. And this is the weirdest thing. I don't know if I can't remember if I was drinking or not, but I was going through something, and let me see if I can explain this. It was like it was like a vision of me being a puppet master, like controlling my body down here, and him and I was playing mental chess. At the time, on the level, we didn't have any problems, but it showed me that he was fucking me over. You know what I'm saying? And me and him was fighting because he thought I was stupid, right? Because, you know, when people screw you out of money and like scam you and con you, a lot of times they think that you're stupid or, or you don't know what's going on. But me, what happened with him and I is he got close to me like a big brother. So I trusted him like a big brother, like I trust Barry, right?
Yeah.
And so he out-hearted me, not outsmarted me. So during this conversation, I'm seeing everything. I'm seeing everything that he was doing and everything. And I remember I was in the Philippines and I was just on vacation after one of my fights or something like that. And I remember I had a conversation with Dana White too. I was still in the UFC, and Dana White was like, "I know what you're doing in the Philippines. You out there fucking all those bitches going crazy." I'm like what? I'm here doing business. Like, your ass ain't doing no fucking business. You know how you love them Asian girls in the Philippines? I'm like, bro, if I'm gonna be in an Asian country for some bitches, I'll be in Japan, not the Philippines. You know what I'm saying? And it was a crazy time. But I remember I was like, man, was I just having like a out of body experience? But maybe I had been drinking. I was on vacation. But it was weird. It felt like some shit y'all be describing when you on fucking mushrooms. But I don't think nobody snuck me no mushrooms or nothing.
No, you probably had one of those things. But that's the thing about it. Like when you are in that place of desperation, or when you're in a place where you need to get a message to you, sometimes it comes to you in the craziest ways. But that's the thing that this tapestry of existence that we all tapped into, we live in only the physical sense. Everything that we experience in our reality is all based on physicality of everything, you know, and it's not based on the true place in which we emanate from, which is a conscious perspective. Every single thing that we do from the moment we wake up is all about consciousness. But we tend to forget that, and we tend to lean more into the physical, and we become materialist in a sense, and the only thing we care about, or only thing we think that has validation, is what you can quantify materialistically. But there's a whole world of the unseen, and at times when you're sensitive enough to it, you can tap into it.
And this is what you learned all this after the mushroom.
I did, man. I've been going to just
mushroom meetings.
Mushroom meetings.
Is it like AA or is the opposite?
Nah, you know what it is? It's I had to know it existed. I had to know, because I was always wondering about God and all these other things that these gurus speak of on the spiritual nature. And I'm like, is that even real? Like, you know, it was some foo-foo shit that people just made up. But then when I had the experiences, when I went and took the mushrooms and the psychedelics and things like that, it unmasked for me a lot of things that I didn't really know existed. And a lot of, you know, gurus and spiritual teachers are like, oh, stay away from, you know, drugs, stay away from, you know, all of those kind of things. And I can agree to a certain extent, but where I disagree is at the point where, you know, you're in the West, and in the Western part of the world, we're so inundated by such a brainwashed mentality of existence. And it's so hard for us to really understand the Eastern way, which is more of an internal way of thinking. So in order to blast through that ego, in order to blast through that materialistic perspective, you need something like a psychedelic or something if you're really trying to get to the essence of what you are.
That's what got you in all those crystals and shit?
Yeah, because I started to actually feel it. Before I was just like, man, what's up with all this? You know what I'm saying? But then when I started to feel it, when I became really sensitive to just subtle energy and all those different things that I had no idea actually existed from the unseen, then I started to really just open my mind about everything. And life just changed for me, man. Life just changed for me on so many levels. Like I wasn't in a position where I was seeking anymore. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't going out there doing the things that I used to do. And I was just okay. You know what I'm saying? But it was more than okay.
You put me on to like those energy pyramids and stuff. And I remember you gave me one.
Yeah.
We did the movie together. And I went and bought some more because, you know, I'm like, oh, okay. I set it by my bed in my room because I believe in all the frequencies. And so I believe in a lot of stuff that I don't really talk about. Then I got one for all my kids, and they looked at me like I was crazy.
But it's good though, because what happens is, you know, with the energy pyramid that I got from, it's an orgone. It's an orgone pyramid, and what the orgone energy does is that it gets rid of some of these harmful EMF signals that we're just completely inundated with and don't even realize, there is an energy around us, and scientists say it doesn't exist, but it's etheric energy, and this etheric energy is energy based. And we have an etheric body. We have a physical body, but we have an etheric body. And all these energies, they interact with us on the etheric level. And that actually translates to just dis-ease with the physical body.
Yeah, I mean,
you understand what he said?
Yeah, a lot of people. I mean, I have an EMF blocker. I used to put my phone in when I would go to sleep. I'd put it by my mom got it for me. Just because what ends up happening is we're so tapped in. This is my perspective. We're so tapped into digital, social, TikTok, Instagram, emails, our phones all day long, 5G. That at the end of the day, you have so much more going on in your room, in your house, that your mind cannot. Because we are all energy at the end of the day, and your mind can't dilute that. So by protecting at least a little bit of it while you sleep helps.
Yeah, you scared me about 5G. You the one that scared me about that shit.
Yeah.
I was worried about it for a minute. I was like, I thought everybody was going to drop dead when it came on. That's about shit you were telling me. Shit. Man, he scared the shit out of me.
What did he tell you about 5G?
Some people did drop dead when it came on.
What did he tell you about 5G?
He was telling me that it was going to release a bunch of waves and fuck with people. What you say? Their chi energy and all that bullshit.
Yeah, because I mean, each and every single generation we go with the technology when it comes to communications, it's even worse for the human body, just because of the fact that, it's relatively newer technology, and we're just completely just inundating our body with just these frequencies. There's a book called Invisible Rainbow where it talks about, and it chronicles every single time there was an increase in EMF energy, there was a correlation between like some kind of world pandemic, like the Spanish flu, all the other ones that came before that. There's a correlation between that and the EMF spike. And when the whole thing happened with COVID last time, it was around the time where they started really pushing that 5G. So
yeah, it was a conspiracy that's one of the reasons why they kept people in the house so they can put all those 5Gs up and people wouldn't. It was a lot of conspiracy around that. It's so much stuff going on that I don't know what to believe.
Right.
But that's the design.
Yeah, that is it.
That's the Matrix.
It's the design.
The disassociation of what's real versus fake by overstimulation.
And then they want you to be confused and not know what's real and what's real, because something can be real, and most people think like, oh, it's just a conspiracy. There's this conspiracy. Like a lot of us, we just don't believe a lot. We're very skeptical about everything. It's designed that way.
At what point in your career did you feel that you needed to find like this second calling or this new light? That was it that the ego of not having a belt? Was it the ego of your career being over? The ego, because as fighters, you guys are the baddest dudes on the planet. So there has to be some sort of mental drain when you realize that, hey, maybe I'm not as good as I used to be, or I'm not the best in the world right now, right?
What's your problem?
That's good to the last drop.
Is that good? You didn't like the taste?
No, I like it. I didn't expect this.
What'd he do? Let me see. What'd he do? What'd you do? What'd you do? Why you do that?
Why you come on my show to clown?
I come. Hey, why you behave like that? Like you never drank your F3 before.
You must say you never watched the show.
You never drank your F3 before in front of a guest.
It just stole my train of thought.
I'm over here minding my own business.
No, you was not. Obviously, you doing a commercial.
Bear invite you on the show. You come here just to clown.
No. Don't say Bear invite you on the show. We invited him on the show.
Oh, see,
I ain't want Rashad here.
I just told him this morning because I be blowing up his phone. I said, "Yo, we got a very special guest."
I like Rashad, but in small doses.
I know why he didn't want me to come on the show.
Why?
Because he seen that I was looking in shape and he felt like,
he said you look like a honey baked ham. Damn it, dude! I hate that.
You was in better shape on Ultimate Fighter though.
Whoa, don't go.
So was you though?
I was drinking every. Yeah, I was.
No,
I was
were in
thinner.
the best shape.
I was young.
Yeah,
I was thinner.
You wearing True Religion.
No, I see my face. I was still puffed. I was drinking every night, bro. Going out drinking every night. I fucking hated that shit. I don't know why I did that.
Yeah, I used to do the same thing, man.
Being in Vegas, man, 6 weeks.
Yeah,
that's like.
Before we go into Ultimate Fighter, though, I want to know, because a lot of people take psychedelics and they look for their new calling. I actually want to know, like, you're a pretty tough guy. I can imagine you sitting at home being like, hey, I'm feeling some type of way. That takes a lot. Being vulnerable to your feelings. You had to open up somehow. It's not just from a podcast. What was it?
You know what it was? It was my last 5 fights in the UFC. I kind of just felt like I just lost that connection with fighting. Like for me, fighting was one of those things that it was just a part of me. Like it wasn't really hard to do. It was just something that came naturally. It's something I look forward to do. And of course I would get nervous. Of course I get afraid, but I love that part about it. I love going through that. I love that. But then it got to the point where even just doing that just became very, very hard for me. And then I was like, man, I don't know what it is, but I'm not finding that expression through fighting anymore. And after I lost my last few fights in the UFC, I'm like, I can keep going to try to chase a win, but then what? You know, and then I was just coming to an end of just, you know, where I thought I could be. And now I was like, I need to find that next thing in life. And it just put me in a state, in a mindset where I was like, you know, I need to figure myself out. I need to figure myself out in a lot of areas. And at the time I was just emotionally numb. You know what I'm saying? Like I really couldn't feel like I couldn't cry, couldn't really feel nothing, you know? And I don't know if it was excessive drinking and hanging out and all those things you do to just numb the pain. But after a while, I just became numb.
You wasn't doing mushrooms before then?
Nah, nope. But when I started, I was like, there's something to this.
I see. I think because fighting, you know, it was like your passion and stuff before.
Yeah.
See, when I started fighting, for me. I looked at it like a career. It was my career. You know, I had like kids that I had to take care of and stuff like that. And I was like, you know, this is the way I can make money. And, you know, basically, I still loved wrestling because I had started wrestling late. I said, you know, I like doing sports. I always wanted to play sports and do shit. And for me, it was like it was a career. I couldn't say it was like my passion. And sometimes when it's your passion, and then say if somebody like Michael Jordan, you know, you can tell he's very passionate. But say if he didn't win all those rings and you know what I'm saying, he was losing a lot of games, then you kind of, you know, we're human, kind of lose that love for it a little bit.
Yeah.
And for me, I lost love for it, but it was like still, you know, I love making money. You know what I'm saying? I don't love money, but I love making money. You know what I'm saying? It's how I feed my kids, how I take care of my parents. So my problem was that I stopped getting nervous.
Yeah.
And that was dangerous for me because I wouldn't train as hard. You know, it'd been a couple of fights where, you know, like, damn, this fight, you know, I can get my ass kicked. I can get knocked out. Then that would make me train harder. But if I'm thinking like, man, this guy just want to wrestle me. If I lose, I won't get hurt. I probably lose the decision. And I wouldn't always train as hard for those fights. But the fights where I was worried about somebody probably knocking me out, good. But my last fight with Fedor, you know what I'm saying? For some reason, I wasn't even nervous, wasn't worried about it, nothing like that. Then I ran into that health issue. And I was like, fuck, you know what I'm saying? Then that time I was like, fuck, you know, it's hard for me to pull out of those type of paydays. But, you know, looking back, I kind of wish I did. Yeah. But I can understand what you're saying because you're very passionate about something. And then, you know what I'm saying, other things go wrong in your life, you kind of look at your passion a different way.
Yeah, and that's the thing. It's like having time away from the sport and, you know, when I had my ACL surgeries and just coming back to the sport and having the gaps in between, you know, life started to catch up to me. You know what I'm saying? And life just started catching up to me in a different way. And it's crazy because when I was deep into fighting, like fighting was the most important thing and life was just something on the outside, you know, but everything was all about fighting. But then it got to the point where when life caught up to me, life became bigger than fighting. And then it was kind of like, you know, fighting was just something that I had to do. You know, it was something that I just didn't really had a connection with anymore. But it's funny to me to hear that you said that you didn't have that passion for it. Because when I used to watch you fight, because Rampage is the one who kind of like got me into fighting. You know, I used to watch him when he was over in Pride, and he was my guy to go for. And I'm like, damn, okay, I want to be like Rampage. You know,
that's crazy.
Yeah, ain't that crazy?
How old are you?
44.
Oh, fuck, you just a couple months younger than me.
Yeah. But you was doing it. You was doing,
I was
it young.
yeah.
You were doing it young.
Yeah.
I was still in college when you was doing your thing in Pride.
You were already fighting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was fighting wasn't my passion. I never been a big fan of MMA, but I grew up fighting on the streets. And I never was a bully, but I liked fighting. I do. I like fighting, and I like picking people up and slamming them. I like being physical and stuff. I like doing all this because I'm a big kid. It's fun for me. But I like the paydays. It was like, this is what I got to do. This is what I got to do to make my bag. It was for me. It was a hustle. I was taught at a young age that what I'm saying, everything in life is a hustle. Whatever you do, what I'm saying, it's a hustle. You got to go out there and make that bag. What you gonna do? You're gonna be a bum, right? And I remember when I was a kid, my mom told me that God gave everybody a talent, and I was like, "What's my fucking talent? I can't sing. I can't dance. Like, only thing I knew how to do was fuck." And you know what I'm saying? I wasn't getting paid for that. As a young man, I knew I was good at that. I'm like, that ain't no motherfucking talent. What the fuck God made me good at? But then I was a good fighter. I grew up fighting on the street. I was like, I like fighting. I like entertaining people. I like making people laugh. But I ain't no motherfucking comedian. I don't think I can go.
Look like Kevin Hart. You like making people laugh. You look like Kevin Hart. You got that Kevin Hart swag. You like a, I don't know.
Like I was saying.
No, but you know what I mean. I don't mean to cut you off, but you have that Kevin Hart energy. Like you have that.
I got nothing like Kevin Hart. Kevin Hart is a great comedian.
Yeah, that's like, you like
He's
him
a great comedian.
in a way.
Nothing like Kevin. Ain't no comedian like me. I do my comedy like in settings like this, and after my fights and for the MMA fan. That's
on
when
interviews.
That's when
You've always been funny.
You look funny,
but I don't know how that correlates.
Anyway,
there's no correlation to that.
Like I was saying before, I was so rudely interrupted.
No.
I didn't know what my talent was, and then I found out that my talent was fighting and entertaining people. And so I like entertaining people, and then I was fortunate enough to fight in Japan where they didn't care if you really won or lost. They didn't care. So my thing was I risked a lot of wins just by trying to entertain the fans. Because I feel people energy. I go off energy. There's a lot of things that people don't know about me, and I don't talk about it a lot. But I feel people energy. So when I fight in Japan, have you ever fought in Japan?
No.
The energy there is totally different from fighting in America.
Yeah, they don't be really cheering like that, right? It's different.
Yeah, it's different. They'll cheer when it's time to cheer and stuff like that. But it's just like in Japan, the energy that I feel tells them that they don't care. They just want a good fight. In America, you have all these different energies. You have the people that want you to win, then these people that want you to lose, right? They're going for two different people. Like in Japan, they have their favorite fighters and stuff like that. But they respect like the fight. They know that both guys can't win, right? Mm-hmm. And so in Japan, if you go out there and you fight a hard fight and you lose, fans will still cheer for you. Especially when you walk out and stuff like that, they'll still cheer for you and they'll still respect you. But in America, you know what I'm saying, you can have a good fight. Like our fight was really good, but I got so much shit for losing to you. Like, how you gonna let Rashad beat you? Bro,
I can't believe it. I've been watching it all week. I can't believe it.
Yeah. So it's just the energy of the fans, like the fans are fair weather fans. So fighting in Japan kind of shaped me to be the type of fighter. I like entertaining people. I found out that was my talent, and I can make people laugh. So I use them together and so I can entertain people.
Yeah, I mean, the way we look at it, I feel like you were like the original entertainer. We've talked about it before, but in terms of MMA, the character of being a fighter, being an elite fighter, being a champion, because a lot of people were characters, but they never had a belt. But to do it and then hold a belt, you kind of paved the way for everybody to be like, yo, you could have some personality too here. And then it brought a lot of character to the sport. You had the Titos and the Chucks, but those were more like these iconic, like, not in the same light as you, but they were entertainers, and they had their rivalry and their show. But then when you came on the scene, I feel like it was a completely different look. For example, the Ultimate Fighter. Before we talk about your guys' show, Ultimate Fighter 2 winner, kill a dude, 6'7". I mean, first of all, you're undersized in a big division. Yeah. Did you have some sort of way about this, or they just threw you in there on that?
I got the opportunity because Dan Severn had just gotten to the UFC Hall of Fame.
Dan Severn.
Dan Severn, yeah.
He the one who got you started.
He the one who got me in the UFC, yeah.
No way.
And for the Ultimate Fighter show, yeah, he got me an audition with them.
Okay, after you get done, I want to ask you about Dan Severn.
Okay.
Is he a good dude?
Yeah, he was a real good dude.
You said
yeah.
after he done, I'm going to ask you. You go right into the question.
Well, I mean, hey, look. So Dan Severn got me started in the Ultimate Fighter show, and when I got on Ultimate Fighter show, he's like, "Look, it's for heavyweights. You sure you can do it?" And I just bulked up and got as heavy as I could, got like 225, and I'm like, "Yeah, I think I should be good." But I knew when I got to the tryouts, I might be in some trouble because when I walked in, Dana was like, I walked into the room with Dana White, the producers from Spike TV, and Craig Pelagian, the producer from the show, and I go sit down, and Dana's like, "You gotta be fucking kidding me!" And I was like, he's like, "I got this short Cuba Gooding Jr. looking motherfucker in front of me." He said, "I had to have guys duck through the door to get to this fucking get in here, and you fucking little dude, you want to be on the show?" And I was like, "Damn." Like right out the gate, right out the muscle. And I was like, "You know what, man?"
Dana.
I said, when fighters were fighters and they were fun to watch, they weren't big, they weren't heavy like that. They was like 215, 217, 220. Let me bring some excitement back into the heavyweight weight class. And that got me on the show.
So Dana was serious. He didn't want you on it.
Yeah, he said I was too small.
Wow.
Too small.
Did you feel undersized?
When I got on the show, I did. When
Yeah.
I got on the show and everybody's all bigger than me, I was like, God damn. But I was like, you know what? Every fight I went out there, I'm like, you know what? This is probably my last fight, so I'm just gonna fight hard as I can to see what happened.
Well,
And I just kept winning.
good attitude. And then you won.
Yeah.
and then you guys meet on the Ultimate Fighter 10. Probably the most watched Ultimate Fighter of all time. I would say it was probably my favorite Ultimate Fighter ever.
Yeah. Why did we? I know why we had a problem with you because of Sick Dog, but what was
The problem was that you fought Keith. And then after you fought Keith was my teammate. I got into they told me to go into the ring, and I got into the cage, and then you started talking shit. I was like,
why did they tell you go in the cage?
Because I was the champion at the time. I was the champion at the time, and afterwards I went to the cage, and then we got into it. Then I fought Machida and lost, and then afterwards I got the chance to do the Ultimate Fighter show.
I just remember. I just remember. My bad. I just remember so you talking about Machida.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
now you remember. Now you remember.
I was wrong for that doing the stanky legs on the ground.
But that was good. That was good. That was good.
Bro, I needed something, man. Hey, you know what? Good. You know what he was doing? Hey, this is why I didn't like Rashad, because this motherfucker. What? You remember that?
I remember the dance. Let me see you dance.
I ain't doing that shit. I'm too old now. I can't bend my leg up like that. Hey, this motherfucker, he with that psychology shit. This motherfucker studied psychology in college.
How?
No, he studied psychology in college.
Yeah, but what do you do to
Okay, so with me is, I don't like people that try to use psychology on me.
But you're a bully.
I'm not a bully.
You were bullying the
I
guy.
wasn't bullying him.
He's smaller than you. He was
why you
lighter
gonna
than
go
you.
with that?
Hey,
You were
bully.
bullying
No,
him.
no.
He sat right next to you with the
He
tap
started.
out cut
He
sleeve.
just
You
said he
guys-
started everything.
You guys look like brothers, first of all. On the show, I thought you guys were twins. Then you guys sit right next to each other. He's minding his own business. Then you move his hat like his hat. Then
No.
What do you mean?
Remember that. I don't.
Hey.
Years ago, I don't remember that.
You threw 5 live chickens in the dude's car while he was training.
No, because they was winning every goddamn thing. Listen, this is 100. When I did the show with Rashad Evans, I mean you Rashad Evans, with Forrest Griffin.
You're on mushrooms.
No, I didn't. I'm
He
on
pointed
F3.
at you.
I never
He
touched-
pointed at you
with
too. Just
Rashad
so,
Evans.
yeah.
With Forrest Griffin. They same shit happened again. Like you was like it was like doing the same shit over and over. And honestly, I thought it was racism until I did a show with you. I was like, why they cheating for this motherfucker? He black too. What the fuck? Because my guys was calling me. They were telling me they was complaining that they wouldn't get them shit. They was, they had to write stuff down.
Yeah.
They went. Did you hear about this? They asked for chicken, healthy food, salad, whatever, and it took them 2 or 3 days. As soon as they write down liquor or something, the production team would go out and get it because they couldn't leave the house.
Yeah.
They said they had to be cool with some guys on the other team to get them to write stuff down. They would get their stuff right away. So
I didn't know that.
So they were telling me.
So your team got food and your team wouldn't get food?
Well, no, his team got
So they starved
special. Listen, his team got special treatment.
Why you make that side? Why you do that?
His team got special treatment. Same thing happened with Forrest's team.
Okay, so you never got special treatment.
My team didn't get special treatment, and then I figured
It
out
had
why.
nothing to do with breaking a door.
That came after. That was afterwards.
I'm just asking.
That's why I broke the door.
Okay.
So
my team
had nothing to do with bullying his
my
team.
My team was better than his team. Like when we did our evaluation, like we was really like evaluating the talent. I don't know what Dale's doing. Like
I don't know because I don't know fighters. So I told my team to choose everybody. So yeah, he probably did have, but he probably true about that. But the thing is, even though
So you saw talent in titties.
Yeah. What's up with that one? What kind of talent titties had? Y'all would use them. Yeah, they would use him for like strip dance and strip tease.
Oh my!
Hey, Titties was tough, man. He was. He had dog in him. But I like.
You know, me and Titties still going at it today.
For real?
Yeah, we
still bullies him.
Wait, you still see him?
No, we still messing each other. We still. I want to fight him.
You want to fight Scoot over?
Yeah, I want to do grudge matches. I want to do grudge before I get too old. And Titties on my list.
Well, who else on your list?
You on my list. You on my list. Jon Jones on my list. Glover, Shogun. Who else beat me?
Vanderlei.
Oh yeah,
you got Vanderlei.
Sakuraba.
Vanderlei. Now Sakuraba would never fight me. He's not on my list. Sakuraba not on my list though. He the only one that's not on my list. Sakuraba.
He the GOAT. Wait, so you saw talent and titties. You picked a good team. Rampage. You didn't see any fighters.
I'm be honest with you. I ain't know none of them motherfuckers. I had I had my coaches that
you knew Kimbo.
Yeah. Why you didn't want Kimbo?
He just wanted the best.
But that's Kimbo though.
I know. I wish I did take Kimbo. I was trying to win.
But like what? You saw Kimbo slice and you're like, I don't think he's good enough. I mean, the guy was a brawler.
Yeah, he could brawl and stuff like that, but he couldn't. He couldn't do MMA.
Yeah, he couldn't do MMA.
He couldn't do MMA yet.
But why y'all put him against Roy Nelson? Man?
I know we messed up.
Why y'all do that? Yeah, that was like mismatched, bro.
Yeah, we shouldn't have did that. We was trying to win though. We just trying to win. If I had hindsight 2020, I would have put him against something where he could have. It could have been a better matchup.
Yeah,
better matchup.
Yeah, and my coaches. Okay, this is my fuck up. My coaches on my team was like my coaches in real life. So the way I operate is I listen to my coaches, even if I don't agree with everything they say. You know, I'm a coachable player. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So my coaches, you know how coaches are. A lot of them have egos, but I fought more. I got more experience than all my coaches that had. I got more fights than them and stuff like that. And I told them, I said, man, y'all training him wrong to go against somebody like Roy Nelson. Like Roy Nelson jiu-jitsu is really good. Even I knew that. Yeah. Like y'all training him wrong. Y'all teaching him wrong shit, and they wouldn't listen to me. And I was like,
what was they doing? Like, what were they showing him?
You know, they were showing him like technical ways to get Roy Jones off him. Like I remember one move they were showing, like if Roy Jones like mounting Roy Nelson mounting him and stuff like that, and you know what I'm saying, push him off the belly and, you know, doing it.
Your hand's gonna sink.
No, man, like, look, man, Kimbo Slice, man, he's strong as fuck. He just got to use his strength, man. He just got to fucking, he got to push his head to the side and just bring his ass out, you know, hip out and he got to muscle his way around. He can't do no technical shit. No. He ain't gonna learn no technical shit.
Yeah.
We only got a couple days to prepare him for this motherfucking fight, but they don't listen to me. And the fight went exactly the way I thought it was going to go.
Yeah, you was mad after that, boy. You was mad.
No, but what made me destroy that door is you know my memory's bad with the names and stuff, but I think Junk, what's his name? Junk.
Yeah.
He fought one of the guys. Who he fought on your team, and it was a close fight. He fought
the white guy, right?
This is
I
fucking
think it
15 years.
Yeah. I forget who Junk fought.
Yeah, but I thought that the fight was close enough. It was really a close fight that it should have went to my guy. I thought that my guy won that fight.
Did he fight Meathead?
I can't remember who he fought.
Yeah.
I can't remember who he fought. Might have been me here, but I can't remember who he fought.
That's what sent you over.
So this whole time I'm knowing that they've been showing his team, special privileges, treating them special. I'm telling you from my side of the story. Why y'all laughing at me?
I mean,
my guys would tell. I'm telling you what my guys were telling me. They were telling me that they couldn't get the certain shit that they want out of the fucking from the store and stuff like this. So this, and I had to deal with this shit on the Forrest Griffin Ultimate Fighter. So I'm like, all this shit again. But it made me feel a bit better because now I know they ain't racist.
How many fights did you win that season? Y'all won.
I don't think we won. You know that. Why you trying to rub? Why you trying to rub that in my face?
Yo, that's crazy.
That's
crazy. On his own show. You smart. But now I see what you're talking about. You are good at psychology. He just totally got me like on his team a little bit, and then he reverse dunked on both of us.
I told you. See, that's what I was dealing with. That's why I was dealing with Rashad. Like we would have arguments and shit like that.
See and how he wore yellow.
We try to argue. Then he in the argument and stuff. He'd be giving me therapy and shit. He'd be saying it's like, oh, the only reason why you're mad because this, blah, blah, blah. This. I'm like, what the fuck? And whenever somebody used psychology, I had a Hollywood agent that used to try to use psychology. And I get this weird, I get this weird feeling in my chest, like, this motherfucker using psychology.
He is yeah.
And then I knew it. I didn't even know nothing about his college background. I'm like, motherfucker, you took psychology, didn't he? He said, yeah, how you know that?
Yeah, he knew. Yeah, he knew. You know what you're doing. You know.
His face. This motherfucker took psychology.
Yeah, I knew it. You see,
he knows.
He knows. Like, I get it now. How many fights did you win?
I get it now. He does this.
You know, we ain't win shit. Yeah. And you even beat me in fucking volleyball.
Yeah,
that was crazy.
Oh my, for 10 G's.
By one point.
Yeah.
Dude, my team was so fucking mad at me, bro. They was 2 times I let my team down. When I did it against Forrest, they had me play basketball. I can't play basketball to save my fucking life. But Forrest played on fucking high school team.
Oh, Forrest balling it, huh?
Yeah, and that's why they set it up that way. So you got to understand, this whole time I got a bad taste in my mouth. I didn't want to do another Ultimate Fighter. You know why? Because the first time when I went there for 6 weeks for Forrest, I spent 30 G's in the nightclubs every goddamn night. So this time with you, I spent 60 G's. Every fucking night. I'm like, just bored. Like at the end, I'm like, go out to in Vegas. I'm a big kid. I shouldn't be living in a place like Vegas for 6 weeks.
But wasn't you doing acting too? Like you had an acting coach there. She was doing some of your acting stuff with you.
Yeah, I probably did. Yeah, I had a lot of shit going on.
Yeah, a lot of shit.
Yeah, because I was studying for the 18 movie.
Yeah, I
knew it was coming up. But I didn't know exactly when.
Yeah,
I studied hard. I studied hard for that because, bro, acting is kind of tough though. I ain't gonna. Well, you know what's kind of tough is the rehearsal, the fucking auditions and shit. But acting is kind of tough. I ain't gonna like.
But like once you get in doing the reads at right when you're on set and you do the reads over and over again. By the time you get done doing reads, like you got it pretty down. You know what I'm saying? You got down pretty much, but it's still tough.
Yeah, it's tough. So I had to study really hard for that role. And even though the only thing I said was "shut up, fool," but you know,
you got "shut up, fool,"
"shut up, sucker,"
"shut up." He does it good. You saw the movie.
I seen the movie. Yeah.
What'd you think of his coaching abilities on The Ultimate Fighter?
You know, I felt like he could have been a good coach, but with Paige, he was just he just wasn't into it.
Yeah,
he wasn't into it. I mean, but the thing about it is that he did have the care for his fighters because I could see he'll get real pissed off when they lose or when they didn't do what they were supposed to do. So I can see that he cared, but I just didn't think that he just had enough energy to put into him.
I don't want to throw any of the fighters on the bus because I like them. I love all those guys, even the guys from the first season. But I felt like they knew they was coming to the Ultimate Fighter, and it was their one big shot to get into the UFC, and they was unprepared. When I saw them training and stuff, and I saw the cardio, I'm like, what the fuck y'all doing? Like, how you gonna come to this show like not knowing shit?
Right, not even being in shape.
Not even being in shape. So yeah. I cared about the guys, you know, and I'm just a realist. I'm like, man, these motherfuckers, they not even taking it serious. And me being an entertainer, I knew I was on a reality show. So I was saying like, all right, I'm on fucking reality show, TV. I ain't finna win this shit. I knew that. But what I'm gonna do though, I'm gonna make this shit entertaining. God damn it, fuck it.
Like, you went into it being like, I ain't gonna win.
No, not going into it. When I saw my team, when he chose this guy, I was like, why he choose those? And I saw the people, I was like,
he had Roy Nelson. It was over from there.
Hey, but the thing was, him and I would get into it so much. They had to be like, yo, you guys gotta calm down a little bit.
It was fake.
No, we almost fought. We almost fought that one time.
Like every time it was in the same area where they had to do something where they had to have both teams there, we would always get into it.
Yeah, because he would step on my training time. Like he'd go there first, and then we got to go. And he'd still be there trying like, hold on, man, you got to wrap this shit up, man. You're supposed to be gone. I don't want to look at your black ass.
Hey, but they didn't need it because they weren't gonna do shit in training anyways.
Wow.
But that's what they told. That's what they told.
He says it so politely.
That's what they told me.
Man, we train.
Oh, they was just like, yeah, we just can go there and just kind of.
So Rampage wouldn't train?
I wasn't really trained. We trained.
It was kind of like a open mat. From what they would say, like it was like an open mat scenario.
They probably making excuses because they got their ass kicked. Tell me some more so I can throw them motherfuckers on the bus. Fuck them, man. No, it's bro.
You were more worried about bullying his team than you were,
bro.
Fighting.
We train. Okay, one of our athletes, one of our fighters, he couldn't even move his fucking arm, so we had to fucking do shit his certain way. Other guys, they were just green. They didn't know, so we had to. I try to design like, okay, we got to train for you. Boom, boom, boom. We got to do this for you. Man, I remember us training, but I did let my coach do everything. I had a really good jiu-jitsu coach. I had good striking coach, good wrestling coach. But I let them do, and I try to oversee. But I wasn't trying to be the coach because I'm not a coach. I don't know why I do the shit I do.
But don't you coach your son now?
No, Antonio McKee.
You want me to get no session, no time with you?
No. I teach him some stuff that works for me, but no, I don't coach him. I don't teach him shit.
He pretty good though.
Yeah, he's not bad, but I teach him stuff like some of my defenses and stuff like that, and I talk to him about the mental side of it. But no, I'm not his coach.
The mental side is important though. That's the thing that a lot of people, you see a lot of fighters that are in the game now. These young fighters. They got all the skills and they got all the stuff, but the mental game is just not there. A lot of times you don't get the coaches that really speak to them about the mental game and what it's like to go in there and the mindset you need to have to get your hand raised.
Yeah, I mean, I've never fought, but I can definitely see the intensity it takes to go into a fight weeks in advance knowing that you're going to be fighting. That's a lot of pressure to sleep with. That's a lot of probably anxiety to walk around with, knowing that you have a battle coming up and you know who you're fighting, you know where.
Now, if you're a real motherfucking fighter, you used to it, but yeah, maybe like your first couple fights, you think like that. About the while, it's like, but it depends on who you fight. I remember when I fought Chuck Liddell, I remember 2 weeks out, I got nervous, and I had already beat him in Japan. Like the first time I fought him in Japan, I was more worried about Vanderlei, and the second time I fought Chuck, it was like it's for the bell. It was like big then. 2 weeks out, I had like a dream, and I never really have dreams and stuff about my fights. And I remember I got nervous, and I was training like, God damn, I'm nervous. Normally, I don't get nervous till like the weigh-ins or the morning of the fight. But 2 weeks out, I'm like, oh.
I mean, you both fought Chuck. I mean, you fought that fight that you had with Chuck was pretty incredible. That was a crazy knockout. Yeah,
man. I going into that fight, that was the most nervous I ever been for a fight.
Chuck Liddell?
Yeah, like I normally I get nervous, but I can ride it out, you know what I'm saying, and just kind of deal with it. And it goes in phases. Like, you know, you'll get one set of nerves that rush you, and then you get used to those nerves, and then it go away, and then you get hit with another wave of nerves, right? And like when you get to fight week, you're like, okay, I'm about to fight. And you get a little nervous, and then you settle in, and then when it's the weigh-in, and you're looking at his eyes, and you're like, damn, next time I see this motherfucker, he can try to knock me out. And then you start thinking like, oh shit, what's tomorrow gonna bring? And then the nerves hit you. And I remember getting so nervous, man. I went to go see Randy Couture, and I'm like, because I was in Randy's corner when he lost to Chuck the last time, and Randy took it just so well, so cool. He was so cool, calm, collected the whole time. You know, just super, super cool demeanor Randy had. So I go downstairs and see Randy, and as soon as I get to his door, I'm just like. He's like, so what's going on, bud? And I'm just like, Oh my God. I'm rolling around on this bed like, oh my God, he's gonna fucking kill me tomorrow. He's gonna fucking kill me tomorrow. And I'm nervous. And I'm like, man, I'm nervous. And Randy's looking at me just rolling around on his bed like a little kid. And he's like, look, he says, you know what the problem is? He says, you need to make friends is the worst outcome. You need to understand that no matter what happens tomorrow, your family's still gonna love you. The sun is still gonna rise, and you can get another opportunity to do this. So you need to make friends is the worst outcome. And I just thought about what he said. It was just so simple. It was such a simple message. And I was like,
though. It was a wise message.
Yeah. And that night I went to my room and I stayed in the mirror and I looked in the mirror and I was like, every single time I had one of those thoughts that made me fearful, I was like, man, fuck it. I was like, fuck it. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck. And I just kept saying it over and over again to myself in the mirror, and to the point where I was actually just like shouting in the mirror, like, I don't give a fuck. You know, and I shouted the nerves out of me. And then the next day I go to the arena, about ready to walk out. Coach Jackson like, all right, you got your mouthpiece? I'm like, yeah, I got my mouthpiece. You got your cup? And I'm like, I think it's in my bag. And they checked my bag. My cup wasn't in the bag. So I just had my mouthpiece, no cup. And then he's like, you know what? Don't worry. Nate Marquardt just fought a couple fights. You can wear his cup.
Did you sniff it first?
Nah, the shit was soaking wet, man. He just fought. He just fought a 3-round fight. So I put on his wet cup and went out there and fought Chuck and some soggy, wet cup.
Did he say you can keep it afterwards?
Nah, he wanted that shit back. I wanted to keep it afterwards.
Is it a steel cup? Or was it one of those?
Nah, it was one of those
plastic ones you put in the jock strap.
Yeah, that's what it was. It was one of those when you put in the jock strap.
I don't see how y'all fight with that shit. I always fight with a steel cup.
I did too.
So what was your game plan training for Chuck though?
It was just to frustrate him, to move around on the outside, and to because Chuck said one thing that made me key in on how to beat him. He said, if Rashad thinks he's going to eke out a decision, then he has another thing coming. So I knew if I can move around, I get the crowd booing and getting him anxious, then he was going to try to knock me out. And in the first round, I was moving around. This motherfucker threw a kick at the end of the first round. And I swear to God, this shit was like, it just barely missed me. I felt the breeze on my head, and I was like, wow, if that shit would have hit me, I would have been knocked out. And I was on 10 after that. I'm like, okay, I gotta move. And then that was the next round where I caught him.
Bro, it's always like, what's the word I'm looking for? It always incites me. I don't know, is that the word I'm looking for? Intrigues me. That's the word. These guys really be breaking down their opponents and be making elaborate game plans. Even though your coach Greg Jackson, I ain't gonna lie, you know, I like him as a person, but I never was a fan of him because I feel like he made MMA boring with y'all damn game plan. but I can see that how I put myself in everybody's shoes. I can see how it was good for you guys to make the game plans and do what you gotta do, but you know what I'm saying? But I never thought I'm gonna frustrate this motherfucker. I always thought like, I'm finna kick this motherfucker's ass. I'm finna put my foot in his, I'm finna get in his face and try to knock him the fuck out, or he gonna knock me out. Fuck it.
Yes. See, when I went out there, I would try to play. I always try to find my rhythm, my timing through play. I would play, and then my playfulness would come into like more creativity, and then I felt like I can start opening up with the harder stuff. But I needed to play. I need to feel the movement, you know? If I couldn't feel the movement, then I was just kind of flat and cold, and I just would be late all night. But if I can get into the zone where I was playing out the gate, then...
With all due respect, you know, I love Chuck, but I got to say, with all due respect, I think you owe me 50% of your purse on that knockout. I think you owe me 50%.
Wait, could you...
Think about it. When he knocked out Chuck, he should have stepped out of that damn cage, called me up, asked me for my bank details.
Why is that?
Because I softened the chin up for that motherfucker.
He said he cracked the code.
Yeah, I softened the chin up for him because, like, Chuck, he didn't fight that much no more after your knockout, did he?
No, he fought like Rich Franklin, and I think that was it. Rich Franklin.
Yeah, you like when I knocked him out,
he fought Shogun and Rich Franklin.
Yeah, he got back up and he was asking the ref what happened, but when he knocked, man, we was worried about Chuck, man. Chuck
was
was,
crazy.
he was out for a while.
Chuck's one of the toughest dudes UFC's ever seen, and that knockout was crazy.
Yeah.
Even the sound of it, they always talk about that, and if you go listen to the sound of it, it's like the craziest pop.
Yeah, but they don't play that at the UFC. You know how they have like the intro.
highlights?
They don't play that.
Never?
Nah, they never play that.
I seen it.
It's probably one of your
seen
greatest.
it?
But I don't know, but maybe I seen it on like clips on Instagram.
Oh yeah,
maybe
but you
I
never
seen it.
never see it on like there. You know how like they start
I
the
see what
show.
you're saying. Yeah.
How was the staff and stuff backstage after that fight for you? You remember?
I don't remember. They was pretty cool. I remember Dana being real cool. I mean, you know that I think it was the next morning. That's when they used to do the backroom checks. They wrote me a check the next morning for like $400K, man. So I was like, my first time touching money like that. So I'm like, God damn, okay, you know, that's all I need to do.
Yeah, I remember before the fight with Chuck, all the staff and stuff backstage, they was all nice to me and everything. And then afterwards, they was all cold to me and stuff. And so it made me feel like before the fight, it was like taking a lamb to slaughter or something. They just felt bad for me. Because, you know, when I fought, everybody thought I was done after I lost the Shogun in Japan. Everybody pretty much wrote me off. My team and everybody, they pretty much wrote me off because, you know, right before I fought Vanderlei for the second time, I had changed I went religious. You know, I got born again. I went real religious, and you know, it was a very confusing time in my life, and it's just hard to balance it with you know, religion with fighting, like especially Christianity with fighting. So that's the problem that Jalin Turner is having. I was trying to tell you, I've been through that.
We talked about that this morning with Jalin.
Yeah, and so my team kind of like wrote me off and everything, and then I had a lot of searching and stuff to do because it is hard being born again and trying.
Why was it so hard being born again and doing the fight thing?
Because my mentality. If I'm gonna be honest, I see you being honest, like about you rolling around on another man's bed screaming with his pillow, biting pillows and shit.
Why?
What?
Why he gotta go there? Why you gotta go there?
Y'all been taking
was being
digs at me
fair.
all fucking day. I can't say shit. Fuck that.
No one took any digs at you.
Yeah, man, he did. He took. I've been counting.
How he dig at you?
He talking about how many fights did you win?
That was crazy. That was crazy to say.
Yeah.
You act like he don't know that he didn't win a single fight. Like that's crazy.
Man, that's fit. I don't remember. I just remember we got our ass kicked. You know,
Yeah, but that was crazy. I give you that. That was a little crazy.
All right. So what I was saying is, me being religious, like it wasn't just being religious because you could say I've been a Christian my whole life. I'm from the Bible Belt. It was crammed down my throat. I didn't. Even though I didn't really believe in Jesus wholeheartedly as a kid, and like because of the stories, him walking on water, it was kind of hard for me to believe, and him turning all the fish and turning water into wine. As a kid, you know, I was told all these stories, but I didn't really believe until my dad got saved. And when my dad got saved, I don't want to put my dad's business out there, but my dad used to, you know what our people went through back in the 80s and the 90s and stuff like that. And he was drinking and stuff like that, right? Mm-hmm. And when he got saved, he cold turkey. He quit everything, and he talked to me. He called me, and I heard it in his voice. He sounded different. He stopped cussing. He stopped drinking and everything. I was like, oh shit. That's when I started believing that, damn, this shit might be real. Jesus might be real. And that was 2 years before I got saved. My dad said he started praying for me to be saved. It's a long story, but then when it happened to me, I really received the Holy Ghost Spirit. And my problem with today is that I think that Christianity has coined it something different than what it actually is. Mm. Christianity, this is my opinion, Christianity say like, oh, you could be born again Christian. When I believe now that our brother Jesus was talking about reincarnation when he talking about being born again. Mm. So I had to search. But to answer your question, in the beginning, I can call it enlightenment. When you first receive your enlightenment and you you know what I'm saying, you join the winning team, you join God's team. It's the most confusing thing in the world, let alone part of your job is to try to hurt somebody else.
Right.
So my thing was I never wanted to hurt anybody. And I never was a dirty fighter. I never wanted to hurt anybody permanently, but I always wanted to like destroy them, like knock them out and you know. I didn't really care about tap outs. I wanted the referee to pull me off of people and stuff like that. So it's hard to have Christianity in your heart and stuff like that, and then know you're going to do this to another man. And my first fight, being born again, was first day of training camp with Vanderlei Silva, and I'm thinking like, oh, I'm going to kill this guy. I'm going to kill this guy. Then I heard some voice like, oh, why are you talking about killing? Why you talking, you know what I'm saying? And you know when we say I'm going to kill this guy, we're not really thinking about it. You know, but that's what we say, and your minds play tricks on you. And so I did a lot of soul searching. I did a lot of research, and it brought me to where I am today. I'm spiritual, but I feel like religion is man-made, and even though some people have like they be born again or they reach enlightenment or something like that, whatever religion that they're brought up in is going to be the answer for them. You know, so many different paths, and that's my own opinion. But being a fighter, maybe if I was a basketball player being born again, it might be different. You ain't trying to physically hurt nobody. You just trying to dunk on them or do that. But being a fighter and being religious, it was really hard. And my team, they thought I went crazy because they was around me. It's the first day of training camp.
Yeah.
And they went, and so after I lost to Shogun, my coach knew that I was injured going into that fight. He knew I was. You know, I got 5 kids. I don't like pulling out, and I don't pull out of fights. You know what I'm saying? My pull out game is weak. You know, I want to pull out one fight.
Mine too.
How many kids you got?
5.
God damn, he tried to be like me.
You got 5 kids too?
Yeah.
Wow.
How many baby mamas you
got? 2.
Oh, okay.
3.
Damn, you forgot
2 or
that
3?
Three.
3.
Man, you got to use condoms.
How many baby mamas you got?
So, I can't count that high. Nah, I got 3 baby mamas. Hold on. I got 4, but 1 passed away. So I got 3. R.I.P. to my son's mom. Yeah. So I'm back to 3.
Okay.
Yeah, but what I was saying though, that's why they wrote me off. So when I fought Chuck, the UFC probably thought I was, they probably thought I was done. So they probably thought that he was going to just destroy me.
Yeah, I mean, look, when I went through my whole thing with my spiritual coming to God through the last few years, I didn't know if my hunger for fighting would return, but it did. And it did because I reframed it in my mind. It wasn't about, it was about just me pushing myself. It was about me just pushing myself to the point of suffering where I was out suffering everybody. And it was fun. It was fun again. Like I started to enjoy training again. I started training Greg Hardy, and that's when I really started to get back into wanting to compete again. So it didn't, coming from a more spiritual mindset, it didn't dull my desire to fight. It kind of just solidified the reason why I wanted to fight more, the why behind it, because I felt like when I was in my career, towards the end, I lost touch of that why. Like, why am I doing this?
Yeah. So when you return to fighting, do you have to fight in the UFC because they have that contract?
No,
he did Eagle FC.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you did, huh?
Yeah.
Who did he fight there?
He won. He fought this white dude.
Gabriel
Checo. And Anderson Silva's son, Gabriel?
No. Anderson Silva's son's not white.
Oh, he's not. You're right.
Yeah, but
I fought this Brazilian dude, Gabriel Checo.
Is it true that Habib had to give Dana White $1 million for you to fight?
Nah, I didn't hear
that.
Is
that a rumor?
It gotta
to get
be
you out of your UFC contract?
Yeah, I wasn't in the contract no more.
So
no.
it was an easy win. You could go over there and just fight. Oh,
okay. Yeah, Dana was cool, man. Dana's never like tried to hold on to me or stop my progress in any way. Dana's always like, all right, cool.
That's awesome.
How was that getting back? How long was the hiatus?
It was 4 years.
And how was it getting back into that?
It was fun because I did it just when I was still having fun. I was training Greg, so it was kind of something for me. Like I was going to the gym and I'm pushing his ass and I'm like, I'm doing all this, I'm taking all the hits. I done messed around and got in shape. And after a while, I'm like, man, I just might as well get a fight. And at first I had a jiu-jitsu fight and I was like, it ain't scratching the same itch. So then I got a real fight. And then I did that fight and I'm like, all right, that's my fight. I'm good, you know, because I had to wipe that stank off me. I lost 5 fights in a row, so I'm just like,
You lost 5 fights in a row?
in a row, bro. In a row.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, I lost 5 in a row, my last 5 in a row. And it wasn't like I just wasn't there. I just wasn't mentally there. You know what I'm saying? So I was like, man, I need to go ahead and get that back. And then I went and got that one back, and I'm like, all right, I'm cool.
Bro, I didn't know he lost 5 fights. I want to fight him now. I want to fight him.
Hey, you see that?
Yeah. Bro, that loss didn't sit well with me, bro.
He's in great shape.
I don't give a fuck.
And he just fought. Like let's think about this.
Was that a couple months ago? How long ago was that fight?
It was 2 years.
2 years ago.
See,
but that's
it's been 2
MMA.
years.
You want to box him. You said you would smoke him at boxing, but that's different. He was fighting MMA.
I'll smoke him at boxing, kickboxing, and MMA.
Whoa.
Rashad.
Rashad.
You got lucky that time. You know this. You know it's competitive. We can talk like this now. It's competitive talk.
Look,
you got lucky.
Do you feel like you got lucky?
No. No,
that was easy.
No,
that was easy. No.
Here's the thing. Here's the thing. Like, I felt
Don't
like I was.
be upset.
I felt like
Not a big deal.
I felt like I was in control of the fight. The whole entire fight, except for maybe about 40 seconds. 40
When he
seconds.
dropped you and you kind of got a little stubble.
Yep. And
Because he was stumbling. You had him for a second. You didn't finish
him.
him though. You could have finished him.
And even with that,
You had a
like,
Jesus moment. You
and
didn't want to
even
kill
with
him.
that, like I was shooting in, and I had a stinger, so like my neck I had like a neck impingement like that when it happened, and I went down, and he was raining down punches. But
The referee could have stopped it.
if something would have hit, but nothing was hitting, and I was amazed by nothing was hitting.
These weren't hurting.
They weren't hitting me. If they would have hit me, I would have been out. Because look,
I was missing punches.
you missed all. I think you missed all of them.
Oh, hello.
But look, the one that started it though.
That one hurt.
Yeah, he hit hard. He hit Rampage hit hard. That's why I was staying on the outside because I'm like,
I saw an interview. You said that it was easy work though to throw him around the cage. Is that true?
I mean, it wasn't easy work, but I mean, it was.
Why you trying to?
Because he did an interview like a year later, and he was like, "Yeah, it was good, but like,
You said it was easy
It
work.
wasn't easy. It wasn't easy work. I might have said that, but it wasn't easy
Yeah.
work. I was just saying, like,
He didn't say.
we'll
We'll pull it up later. It's not a big. He just said throwing you around wasn't as difficult as he thought it was going to be.
It's just when he got.
Or you
on
could say it better than I did. You said
No, it was just when he got down. It was hard for him to get up, so it made it a little easier to hold him down and just kind of.
I told you. That's why I stopped making those Viagra jokes. It's hard for you to get up. I told you because he'd be ordering Viagra here. So stop sending that stuff here. Everybody's gonna know. I told you. See that?
I don't need no Viagra.
Are you still upset about this fight? Because you said that it was cheating because he held your shorts. He's saying it was easy work. I don't know.
Did I hold your
You
short?
pulled my shorts. It made me tired as fuck instantly. For real, I couldn't believe it. It drained my cardio instantly, and I said something to fans. People like, I knew you was going to complain about something. I knew you were going to make excuses.
Well, all I remember is I'll go down right, and you fall in my half guard, and I'm trying to grab you, but in my arms I can't feel my hands because everything is.
You
still
had a
numb.
fucking handful of shorts, and it pulled me back, and I was trying, and it instantly gassed me out.
And so every single time he'll throw a punch, I will go like this. I'll pull him forward, and then he'll go. But he came down with some ground and pound, was just missing though. But like this, like I'm saying here, like
I want to run it back.
hey,
You want to fight him again
Yeah, shit. Why
in
not?
MMA or boxing? Because yesterday you were telling everybody it's easy work at boxing.
It's easy work at boxing.
easy work at boxing. Do you feel like you could box with him right now?
Yeah.
Yeah or no?
Yeah.
He said yeah.
But he shook his head
no,
first.
No,
He
look,
he
I
did shake his head. He's like, yeah.
Yeah, he said yeah. Yeah, I'm like, yes,
No, I was thinking like now, like we can go box now.
No,
like,
not right now, but like if we set up a card, you think that you'd be able to hold your own with him boxing?
Hold my own.
I'm just asking boxing. I'm just a host, brother.
Yeah,
Don't get mad at the podcast.
yeah, I mean, look.
I'm just an announcer. I'm like Joe Rogan. I'm just here to
Yeah,
talk.
listen.
A get back is a get. I think a get back is a get back. So I don't care if it's boxing or MMA. I need to get that win back.
But he is a UFC Hall of Fame. He is a former champion. He is as good as you. Like you guys are both pretty unique characters. You guys, it's not titties. So I know you want your get back, but you have to actually train for a guy like this.
No, Titties is something different. Titties talks too much shit to me. Everybody talking about I bullied him.
Yeah, you bullied him.
No,
how you're bullying him right now is how you
bullied me. Titty was a heavyweight. I wasn't a heavyweight.
Is a contestant on a show that you were the coach.
But he was a heavyweight, and he started it.
But let's be honest here, though.
All right,
you fought at 205, but you was never. I mean, you've always been a heavyweight.
No, that's not true.
Well, what are you trying to say, Rashad?
We're trying to say I've been fat.
Yeah, Rashad. Rashad, just say it, brother. You don't have to hold back. Don't hold back your punches.
I'm saying right now you're sitting at least about like 240 right now.
268.
Okay.
We just measured him the other day.
Okay, so
268, 6'2.5".
261, 262.
6'2.5".
But this weight ain't strange to you. You've been this big before, but you know what I'm saying.
Not back then. Not back then. Back then, I was like 230. True.
Okay.
No way I was weighing 260 and
I'll say you was probably at least
I'm like
245.
What do you walk around at right now?
At 220.
Oh wow, he's in fight shape. Yeah, but he be sparring every day.
I can get down to 225.
What do you want to fight him at? Boxing or MMA?
I don't care. Either or.
Oh my God, it's that easy.
I think we should do. How old are you?
I'll be 46 next month.
Yeah, we should do boxing then.
Oh. Man,
he just stunned you. No. He just stunned you. Wow. He just said, let me tell Uncle Rampage what we should do.
I'm just saying.
Bro, why are you playing like that? Yo, Loco, you saw that, right? Hey, everybody's stressing on that one.
I'm just saying.
That was crazy. Yo, the old you wouldn't put up with this. The old you wouldn't put up with you.
The reason why I'm saying it is because, the reason why I'm saying it is because at 46, the cardio is different. And it's more cardio to do MMA. That's why I'm saying if we do boxing, 2 minute
He's a
round.
former champion, Rashad. He got skill.
Hey, he's a bad man. I'm in trouble if he hit me.
But why you act like he don't want to do cardio? Are you trying to say he's not in shape?
Nah, I'm just...
Man, I'm going to come in shape. I'm going to come in shape.
I believe it, though, because I've been watching your videos. I've been watching his videos. He looked like he was getting in shape, man.
Oh,
no. He doing
the thing right now.
Because when he was getting ready to fight Shannon. Remember he was getting ready to fight Shannon? He was posting the videos and stuff. I was like, okay.
Then, who would have won, him or Shannon Briggs? Boxing.
Man, look. He was gonna
Rashad,
it's hard to say.
What are you trying to say? Just say it. You were champion.
Okay. I see what you're doing. Why you trying? Like we cool now. We made it, but you trying to put a wedge in between.
I don't do wedges, but I don't eat potato chips. I don't do nothing like that. But what I do want to know is like if you guys listen. I've seen this man fight. I've been to the UFCs. I've watched it in person.
You watched him fight in person?
Yeah, of course.
Which fight you was there in person when he fought?
The one at the Hard Rock Hotel.
The one with Machida.
No. The Hard Rock Hotel. The Hard Rock Hotel with it was like the Xanax bottle on the floor.
Okay.
And I think you leg kicked.
He's talking about Stephan Bonner.
Yeah. No, Stephan Bonner. Yeah.
Yeah, Stephan Bonner.
Because it had the black piping. We were all sitting there, and then after we all went.
You remember the black pipes?
And then we all went to no, because at that night, this was 15 years ago, 20 years ago.
How you gonna describe a fight? It had the black pipe.
No, I'm talking about the cage. I'm talking about the cage because
I don't know, man. I wouldn't describe a certain event by the black piping.
Well, everybody had gone out that night. Everybody went to that old nightclub at Luxor or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a crazy night, bro. I was like 18, bro. I've been doing this long. I met you when I was 19. What are you talking about? You act like I wasn't there. Bro, the old you wouldn't sit here and laugh.
I just need receipts.
When a former champion is telling you that you might be light work.
I didn't say he'd be light work.
Okay. I don't know. Maybe he didn't say that.
I didn't say. I don't know. All I said is that he's 46 now, and at 46 is different.
Oh my God, it's deeper and deeper.
No, because
he's Shia LaBeouf in hole 0. He just digging the hole deeper.
Let me ask Paige a question. When was the last time you did just MMA though? Just MMA training?
Honestly, I was going to do it today. Today I went to.
But before that, you been doing it consistently or not?
No, I just been doing boxing.
Oh, okay.
I haven't done MMA. It's been. I don't remember.
See, I got an advantage. I don't want an advantage. I don't want any excuses. I want it to be like, wow.
It won't be no excuses. Wow.
So you would do MMA?
I would do MMA, boxing.
But the gloves are smaller though.
Oh my God.
So, no, I'm just
he acted like you never fought. You had a belt. This is crazy.
Listen. No. Listen. I just figured him out. Remember I told you psychology, right? he really wants to do MMA, but he's trying to make it seem like he
the
don't
reverse
want.
double entendre. You, my friend, are smart.
Yeah, so
he's catching all your games right now.
Yeah, so listen, he want me. He know I'm into that boxing mind frame. He don't want to do boxing. He wants to do MMA because he does have an advantage in MMA because his wrestling is he think his wrestling better than mine, but my wrestling actually better than yours.
Yeah,
my defensive wrestling.
You went to what? A lot of the same community college that my boys went to.
I went to Lansing.
Lansing, yeah.
Lansing
got a real good.
Oh, he's baiting you in. That,
No, they do.
You
They
got
do.
good wrestling all of a sudden.
They do, but that was a long time ago.
I can't believe that this type, like I'm witnessing it in person, how good of a fighter you are. Psychological warfare right now.
Yeah, no,
this
bro,
is unbelievable.
Rashad,
Rashad,
6 weeks I had to deal with this, and
Rashad a guru.
And he made me look like the bully on fucking the fucking Ultimate Fighter.
Yeah, Rashad, you a guru.
He was y'all see how he was bullying me, right? Y'all
all
see
this
that.
time I thought you were a bully, and really it's just a perspective. He got us all to believe, like the El Trape, you put the witchcraft on me.
Bro, because
the orb.
Because he's the Ultimate Fighter champion, they wanted him to shine. They wanted him to look good. So they edited to make me look like the antagonist when it was him the whole time.
I will tell you, I love Tito Ortiz, but one of my favorite things you ever did is when you picked him up and slammed that dude. I never seen that dude get slammed like that in my life. That was one of the craziest moves.
The second fight?
Yeah, that was one of the craziest
You fought
things.
Tito twice?
Yeah.
You beat him both times?
No, the first one was a draw.
No contest.
Yeah.
It was a no contest?
Wasn't it?
It was a draw.
It was a draw?
It was a draw, yeah. It was I remember that fight, man. I remember thinking, like, I thought I was going to smash Tito because he lost to Forrest then. And I'm like, I'm going to fuck Tito up. And I remember the first round of that fight, Tito come out through a kick. And I'm like, what the fuck was that? And it was, like, pretty good. He threw some jabs. I'm like, yo, this motherfucker got some hands, too. And then he took me down. And this motherfucker was stronger than hell. And I was like, I couldn't move. I could not move. And I'm looking, I'm like, yo. And I'm looking across my cage and I see Coach Jackson and Coach Winks, and they're yelling at me to get up. And I'm looking at them mad as a motherfucker, just like, shut the fuck up. Like, just shut up. Just mad because I'm pissed because throughout all camp, I felt like they gassed me up, felt like the fight was going to be easy. But then when I got out there, it was a lot harder than I thought.
Oh, wow.
And having to mentally adjust when you have your mindset on a fight's going to be a certain kind of way is the hardest thing to do in a fight.
Really?
Oh my God, yeah. Because when you in your mind think it's gonna be a certain kind of way, and then this dude come out there and he does something different, and he does something that is effective, and you trying to find a way to counter it, it's hard.
Yeah, you always supposed to tell yourself that this is going to be a tough fight. Because if you tell yourself it's going to be an easy fight, you're not going to prepare as hard.
Nope.
But I trained with Tito for years. I know how tough he is.
But the dude was a champion. Why does everybody feel like he wasn't? I've heard multiple UFC champions pretend that it wasn't going to be a tough fight. Like,
you know what it is with Tito? Because he has this persona and he comes off a certain kind of way, you like, I'm not letting this corny motherfucker beat me, right? You just like, there's no way. And you kind of start thinking like,
yeah,
you know, like I thought he was kind of scary. Like he ain't really a fighter like that, you know. But then when he gets in it, like he show you why he the bad boy for real. Like Tito was strong. He had good hands. He had a good fight IQ. I remember in the second fight, I broke my hand hitting him in his fucking head. You can hit him in his head, bro. Yo, his head is
it's like a boulder,
bro. You can't knock him out with a hit to the head. But I remember somebody telling me you gotta hit Tito to the body. So I just started hitting him to the body, and I just started seeing like him get weak, and I'm like, okay, I got him now.
Tito is the first person I ever dropped with a body shot.
You dropped him?
Yeah, in training. We was training in Big Bear or something like that. It was just me and him and my coach. I can't think of anybody else that was in the room. Maybe a few other people, but we was sparring, and I hit him with a good body shot, you know, boom, and he like I hit him in the nuts, and he went down. He didn't. He didn't give you that. Nah, he went. I was like, Tito, come on, you know. but I know why he did it, because you know when I first started training with Tito, him and Rico Rodriguez, they used to beat the shit out of me. Yeah.
Rico Rodriguez used to hurt you?
Yeah, Rico's the asshole when you train sometimes. He's a fucking asshole. One time Rico hurt Tito. We were training in Big Bear. It was the first gym that got popular for MMA in Big Bear. I can't remember it was some gym that had like a garage, had a boxing ring right there. And Rico had just hurt Tito. I think Tito was training for Vladimir Mike Tashenko or Vitor, one of them. And they was taking Tito out, taking him to go get help. And Rico Rodriguez whispered in my ear. He was like, "All right, let's go light." I was like, "Okay." And we just supposed to be in boxing. So I'm going to boxing. He went, bam, did a knee kick to my stomach. And he was a heavyweight, a big guy. Rico was really good. And I flew in between the ring and the garage door and knocked the wind out of me. And you know, you ever had the wind knocked out of you?
Yeah.
And I was I couldn't breathe. Then I look up at him and he's like this, walking around in the ring. Bro, I didn't give a fuck. I jumped up and we got to fighting, scrapping. Everybody jumped in the ring and fucking broke us up. Rico is a motherfucking asshole when you spar with him. And they used to take turns beating the shit out of me, right? But then after the fight, they would take months off or whatever. I would take a week off after my fight, and I'm back in the gym. Yeah. Then maybe after a couple of months, they couldn't fuck with me no more. So they still had that same mentality that my sparring, my striking and everything got better than theirs. So they couldn't kick my ass no more. It bothered them. Yeah. So me dropping Tito, that's my first time. My hands getting good. Me dropping Tito, he didn't want to like, say he didn't want people to know that my stand-up was based, so he had to hit him in the nuts. So I understood, like, I'm not supposed to be better than him. He's fighting for long.
It's like when you tapping that black belt out, and then when you tapping on, he's like, yeah, so what you want to do is you want to make sure you push start giving you instruction, like, wait a minute, I was just submitting. You don't got to coach me through this.
Yeah, I hate that. It's an ego. It's a lot of ego when it comes to fighting.
That's good. That is good.
There's a lot of ego when it comes to fighting.
That's crazy. I can't wait. So you guys are going to have a rematch at the Sphere.
Well,
is this a UFC fight?
Listen, this is what I'm gonna say. I would never fight for the UFC again because the whole thing with the Reebok, that was my deal. And now now they're not wearing Reebok no more because the whole thing, like, whenever people fuck me over, I don't say shit. I don't retaliate. I'm gonna be honest right now. There's a lot of people that I could have killed. Fuck me over out of millions. A lot of people, but I'm like, it's only money, right? And everybody so far that fucked me over, karma's gotten them. So I believe in karma.
Absolutely.
Yeah. And I've never done any shady business on deals or anything. If any deals I've ever done went bad, we all lost. It wasn't because I walked away more victorious than them, right? So I just live my life a certain way because I learned it at a young age, saying about karma and not being shady. I just can't stand shady people. Yeah. So that being said, that left a bad taste in my mouth. I left the UFC and went to Bellator, and UFC painted a picture that I retired. And so a lot of the main fans don't know I've been fighting in Bellator for fucking 8 years, however long I was there. So I would never fight for the UFC again, but my business partner, Harrison Rogers, is a promoter, and he got this show called UFL, and he's business partner with this F3 energy drink. And I think if we promote our own fight, why not? We can have fun, settle the score, and we both can make a bag.
That's what I'm saying. I mean, that sounds like a good idea. I would just love to get more clarity. Is it going to be boxing or is it going to be MMA?
So this is the thing. So if I fight you, I'm going to win. So it's going to have to be a road match. If you win, it's not going to be a third match.
Okay.
So this is what I'm saying. So this is what I'm saying. I'm going to win.
Okay.
I'm going to win. I'm going to win.
You're going to win.
Oh, for sure.
Does that irritate you knowing that you have to fight a guy who you know is going to win?
No, I mean, it's just hopeful thinking, right? Okay. Like
hopeful thinking.
No, I want him to feel that way. That's the way I want him to feel. I want him to feel like he's gonna win. I want him to feel like, yeah, I'm about to fuck Rashad up.
Oh,
he ain't got nothing from my hands.
Did you really feel like you was gonna win when we fought the first time?
Yeah. Right out the gate, I'm like,
when Jon Jones spider crawl or Rashad spider crawled you. No. Now I know who invented it, and now I got to give you the love. Hey, I love Jon Jones. You know that. I'm a big Jon Jones fan. Okay. I always thought he invented it. That's on me. I didn't know my history. We have to make a public service announcement to the entire MMA community and put respect on this man's name because that's an incredible move. I did not know you taught him that.
If you notice, you see a lot of fighters. They start from that crouch position now,
and that's what got you with Jon Jones. So we got to be careful of that this time.
I just think these new age fighters, they used to be on their knees. I don't know about that.
So if you were gonna fight this guy, because we're doing MMA, you said, or boxing?
I don't care.
We're gonna do boxing.
Okay,
He cares. He cares. Because you know what? Here's the thing about here's the reason why. Here's the reason why. If we get scheduled to fight, I would want the fight to happen. And I know training for MMA is the hardest thing to do. And I don't know if his body will be able to stand up to it. You understand what I'm saying?
I get what you're saying, Champ.
It's just
Champ, I get what you're saying.
After a certain age.
You're saying that Rampage don't have the stamina or the heart
I'm saying after a certain age, it gets hard on your body. It gets harder on your body.
He is a champion, though. He's a former champion. The man got hands.
He did.
Fought in Japan.
Brother, I go to Colombia and get stem cells from
that's
Bioaccelerator.
Right. Yeah, I forgot about that.
10 years younger.
About that.
Bro,
Yeah,
I got a new lease on life.
I forgot about that. Yeah,
He
that's
hydrated.
Yeah.
He do blue
Right.
chews.
You've been there a couple times.
Yeah, I've been there a couple times. Have you been out there yet?
No, I ain't been out there yet.
Don't go to after we fight.
Nah, you know what though? You know what? I got something for you, man. So one of the things that I've been doing since I've retired was I was in the mushroom game, and since
Why you make fun of him? Why you make
Let him. He's a guest. Let him.
Yeah.
I gotta respect the guest.
I appreciate that. So I've been in the mushroom game and I've been trying to heal my body.
Okay.
And I functional mushrooms is a big way of how I heal my body. So my Jake Plummer, my boy Del Jolly, we started a mushroom company called UMCO. And it's in the mushroom company.
Oh, dairy free.
Yeah.
That's a big thing right now.
Yeah, absolutely. But this has
filtered honey. 2,500
milligrams of lion's mane, reishi, turkey tail, cordyceps, and this bar right here packs a good punch. But the reason why we got into this is because we wanted to bring the benefits that we got from mushrooms to the athletes. And I got you a box of this. I forgot at the crib, so I'm gonna send you a box of this, but I'm gonna send you also some capsules too. All right,
and it's gonna get me high.
No, I'm not.
Is there psilocybin in this?
No.
No psilocybin.
No. This is non-psychoactive. So you're not. So it's just lion's mane. So you ain't gonna get.
So it's lion's mane.
Yeah.
So it's not like the ones that's gonna have me being like ayahuasca.
Nah, it ain't gonna have you like that.
They ain't gonna have me in a TP
we can get those if that's what you
want. No. That's what I want to stay away from.
Okay,
it has turkey tail mushroom.
Yeah. So this got turkey tail mushroom and shiitake mushroom in it, and
shiitake mushrooms.
Yeah.
I don't fuck with shiitake. You know why I don't fuck with shiitake?
Why?
Because it's a Japanese word.
What's it mean?
It means it grows on the shit. Shiitake.
No, it don't.
I had y'all going for a second.
Yeah, you did for a second.
Well, mushrooms do grow on shit. I was like,
the conjugative benefits of this for your mind and the overall just.
Yeah, so
break that down.
Yeah, so you have the lion's mane. The lion's mane is good for cognitive function.
Yeah, and
it's good for any kind of brain health. Then you have the reishi, which is good for overall rest and relaxation for the body. And then you have the cordyceps. The cordyceps are good for your lungs, and it's also good for your brain as well too. And you got the shiitake is good for your hair and nails.
I heard about that. I've been hearing about the lion's mane and all these mushrooms that's good for you.
And the turkey tail is good for your gut. It has real good benefits for your gut health. And you have 80% of your immunity comes from your gut. So this feeds a healthy gut bacteria.
You designed all the stuff in here and everything?
We designed it. You
great
like
taste.
That?
Yeah, it has a nice taste. No, I hate the bitter aftertaste of mushrooms or functional bars. It has a very smooth taste to it, so it's easy to eat.
Yeah,
I see it has sunflower seeds on it.
Yeah,
great for cleaning out your system a little bit.
Yeah, I mean the bar in general is just on point. But we have tinctures, and we have drinks as well, and we have a micro rise and a micro rest. And pretty much the mindset that we had with these modalities is the fact that we tried to reach out to the athlete. Try to have one that's for the athlete and make it really simple to use, because when we first came out, we had a bunch of different SKUs with a bunch of different tinctures, and it kind of got confusing for people knowing which one to take. So we just came up with a recovery and like a go, you know.
You think this would help with CTE and all that?
Oh yeah. It'll help with CTE. You know, see, the thing about it is the fact that when you look at these things like CTE and all these kind of different cognitive issues that happens, it usually is a thing with neurological health. And that's what mushrooms overall in general, they help with neurological health. And when you're looking at anything on the market from a pharmaceutical side that helps with neurological, it pales in comparison to what mushrooms can do. You know, there's a lot of claims that we can't make on mushrooms, and I'm not making any claims right now because everything I'm saying is all anecdotal. But it's something that when you start going down a path and you start using these mushrooms, you're gonna feel like your body feeling like it's coming together, because these are adaptogens and you bring your body at homeostasis. And when your body's at homeostasis,
I don't want to go no homostasis. Like, you had me until you told me about some homostasis.
No, homeostasis.
Oh, homeostasis.
Yeah, homeostasis.
That's different.
Yeah. That means that your body's just at balance.
Oh, my bad. I thought you were trying to put me on the same stasis with Bear. Yeah, but honestly, though, I've been hearing a lot about mushrooms and the good benefits, because they're different type of mushrooms.
Yeah.
Obviously, I want to stay away from the psychedelics, and you can't sell psychedelics and stuff like this. So I don't have to worry. I can take any of your stuff, and I ain't got to worry about no psychedelics.
No psychoactive.
Because Ric Flair tried to tell him to eat some vitamins. Next thing you know, Rampage was on the woo choos.
No, that was something different. Like, I knew that was weed, but they told me it was CBD. You know, you're the first person to introduce me to CBD.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, okay, I've done CBD before, and I ate one. It tastes good. And then, like, less than 5 minutes later, I was eating another, and I look over to all his people, and my assistant was sitting over there. They was like, no, don't eat two.
He ate like 12, bro.
No, bro, I ate two.
Did you get stuck?
Bro, I was high as fuck.
Oh, that's the
He was high for like 2 days.
No,
that's the worst.
I was high for that was 11 o'clock in the morning, and I was high till I went to bed at 8:30 at night. And I never go to bed at 8:30. I go to bed around about 12 at 1 a.m. Depends on how late I play video games. Anyway, I used to smoke weed as a kid, so I didn't think it was gonna fuck with me. I didn't think edibles was like that. That shit was.
That shit's strong.
you were
So,
high.
Yeah, and so I don't like the feeling of being high. I don't like that. But
This is incredible, though.
But I
just
got
ate
one more
half the
question.
bar.
I got one more question.
Yeah,
I know you love it. I saw you eating. I got one more question. What about people that got tumors? Like no cancer, but it's just a tumor.
Yeah, so certain mushrooms you can use to help shrink the tumors, and it can go away. I mean, the effect that mushrooms have on cancer cells and anything to do with cancer and with tumors is amazing, and it's something to be looked into.
Which mushrooms do you think that would be best for my friend that got a tumor?
Oh man, well, it depends, but I mean, you can use turkey tails, good for tumors. What else? They got one called bird's nest. Bird's nest.
All right, let me put his name. Turkey tails and bird nest. But
bird nest.
My friend got a tumor, but it's like it's not cancerous, but I think it's from a lot of cell phone use.
Yeah.
Turkey nest.
Turkey tail.
Turkey ass. Turkey tail mushrooms.
And bird's nest.
All right, and bird's nest.
Yeah. See, the thing with these
And bird's
mushrooms,
nest.
the thing with these mushrooms is the fact that when you look at the Western world, we're very new to the whole mushroom thing, and you know, we had a little bit of a mycophobia. But over in China, with Chinese traditional medicine, they've been prescribing these for thousands of years, and even with the Ayurvedic medicine, they've been on this for thousands of years. So there's a lot of research and understanding on mushrooms and what they do for the body. But here in America, with everything the way that it is, it's really hard to speak about that, and it's really hard to make claims on anything that they can do because of the fact that, you know, it's the pharmaceutical industry.
I'm gonna tell you why I believe exactly what you said and why I know. It's not that I believe, I know. I remember back when I had my grandmama and I was a kid, and the neighborhood where we grew up was on Elvis Presley Boulevard. I was right down the street from Elvis Presley's house. This doctor, he was I remember he was an older black man, and I remember the outside of the store, it was said something about remedies and stuff like that. He wasn't with all the medicines and stuff like that. And I remember my grandma used to go there and get castor oil from him, all different things. And I remember as a kid, we have like colds and different things and all whatever the family have. I never had the flu or anything, but my brother, sister, somebody that had something like that flu, she would go in there and she would heal us up from that guy. And he wasn't giving us medicine. My grandma didn't like taking medicine. And back in her day when she was younger, what she learned from her mom, her grandparents, right? So back in those days, there was natural remedies and stuff that would heal people up. But as the pharmaceutical business got more profitable, they made it like they outcast that stuff,
Yeah.
like make it like it didn't work.
Yeah.
And common sense would tell you like, what was people doing before this medicine? People think that it's always been this medicine, and that's not true. And I don't trust a lot of medicine, especially since I got misdiagnosed with hypothyroidism. They put me on some medicine for years, and the medicine made me gain weight.
Yeah,
and
you was talking about that.
Yeah, that was one of my problems was that, and I was told by 2 specialists that my thyroid is off. That is bad. So
prescription. It's America's fundamental.
And that's the thing about it is that, you know, they get you to get on the thyroid thing. But the thing about it is that when you start to change your diet, your thyroid comes back online, you know, and a lot of it's just dietary in general that we're going through. So it's, I feel like now a lot of people are starting to take their health back into their own hands. And that's one thing that we preach at Humble is just, you know, you don't have to be like, oh, I'm gonna get all humble, but start to take that journey. Start to take that journey to understand health for yourself, because, you know, when it comes down to it, you can go and see this doctor, but at the end of the day, you have to realize that these doctors have a mission, and it's to make money.
Right. Look how convincing he is. Next thing you know, he's going to have us licking toads and shit.
No, I mean, if you don't have to take prescription for the rest of your life and you can do it naturally, herbally, I mean, there's so many people that preach tea, you know, the patience of silence and understanding your body, and then mixing in. There's so many remedies besides prescription, but we live in a society where companies get a lot of money and people get paid. So
why you texting me while we in the podcast? Hey, he want to know which mushroom make your dick grow.
Oh, which one make your dick?
Do you know?
How you know?
I was like,
he said he want a bigger. He need.
I mean,
bro, I got the receipt. I will show him. I got the receipt
between us,
bro. No, you want me to ask him? I got the receipt right here.
For you, asking for you.
You don't know.
The other day when we left, you said one of the biggest issues you're having right now is not your cardio, is your girth levels, and you wish that you could have the same girth you used to have with blood flow.
All right, I'm gonna say which one to take.
Thank you.
Cordyceps is the one to take. Cordyceps is good for your respiratory. It's good for your cardiovascular.
I'm just here to make sure my people are good at all times.
I want to know which mushrooms make your hair grow, because you got a head full of hair.
This crazy. That's
the shiitake.
That's not from mushrooms.
That's weave, man.
That's not. Ain't no weave, man.
Is that a wig or is that real?
No. I can see the ends right there. It's like I can see it right there. It's weave.
No, it's not. I just got a retwist.
Wait, is that real or is that a wig? You told me it was a wig.
No, it's not a wig. It's weave. He got fake hair.
You told me it was a wig.
No, he got fake hair tied into that.
You're lucky I don't know better, because I would have said it was a wig. My bad. So it's a weave.
You've been printing others today. Be honest. That's weave, man.
They ain't no weave, man.
100% your hair.
Is that real or fake?
All real hair.
And shiitake did that.
Shiitake.
What if I'm going bald? Can I grow some? Can shiitake grow?
You might need some folic acid. You might need a little bit of.
Whoa, he said.
You might need a little bit of batana oil. You might need
a trip to Turkey. 3 days to the doctor.
Yeah.
I might need a trip to Turkey for sure.
I mean, but you got your hair.
No, that is real. Right there. That is real. That is real.
You see, huh?
It's a tattoo.
Oh. One thing I'll say about Paige used to have his barber with him everywhere. I think it was your brother, right?
My cousin.
Your cousin,
Still does. He won't do a podcast unless, bro, we had Chevy Chase waiting for 20 minutes because Rampage had to finish getting lined up. I said,
just the face?
Yeah, this, that, everything.
Yeah, because I don't like to do it. Since he's going to shape up my face, I still have him to shave my bald head.
But if you grew your hair back, it wouldn't grow?
Yeah, it'll grow, but it'll look like I'm balding.
Oh, like at the top?
Yeah, I'm balding.
Oh, man, you can do something about that, man.
You're not balding.
What, mushrooms don't help with that?
I mean, it can, but I'm saying like you might need to do a little
turkey. Go to Turkey.
Yeah, go to Turkey.
Yeah, fuck.
Get some turkey tail.
You ain't balding.
I'm balding for sure.
No, you ain't.
100%.
But do you want hair though?
Yeah, I don't want to bald, bro. My dad got a head full of hair. All my brothers got a head full of hair, but all my uncles on my mom's side bald.
Oh yeah,
I'm cooked. It's hereditary. Cooked. I don't want to look in the mirror and get old. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I know.
That's the thing, because I'm in my mind I'm such a kid, because I had like a childhood where, you know, I was on the street. I was a street punk at 8 years old. You know what I'm saying? I was out running. I was out smashing chicks, drinking, doing all this shit really young.
At 8?
Yeah.
God,
I was already selling drugs on the street, driving, driving, I had junkie cars and stuff and everything. You don't believe me? You check my juvenile record, they show you. I went to jail in one time.
You must have been one of them 8-year-olds that looked like you was 13.
I would look older for my age.
Yeah.
By the time I was going to high school, and I don't know if people know this, but in Tennessee and Memphis, a liquor store is only a liquor store. You can't. It's not a convenience store. It's a liquor store. I was walking to high school. My friends give me the money. I would walk inside a liquor store, put my deep voice on, and they wouldn't card me. And I was like 14, buying and going to school, drinking and shit like that.
Wow.
So I ain't really have a childhood. So now, you know what I'm saying, I'm a big kid. I get to be a kid, and I look at myself now. So like my childhood, I miss being a kid. I didn't have a normal childhood. I still played video games, stuff like that, but most of my time was spent in the streets and chasing chicks and shit like that.
Yeah.
And I just want to be a kid. So when I look at myself now, I see gray hairs and going bald, and I hate it. I want to. What the fuck you looking at?
Do you dye this right here?
Fuck yeah, I do.
I didn't want to say it.
You got to dye it regularly or just like once in a while?
Honestly, sometimes I don't dye, but I dye whenever I
You
get
got the 50 Shades of Grey going on over here. On this side. Not on that side. On this side, you're good.
Motherfucker, you gonna go? Father Time's undefeated.
Undefeated. It's getting us all, man.
No. I'm living in the Matrix, so I got a little something.
You only 33, right?
Yeah, I'm young.
Young man.
I've been doing this for years. I mean, he called me at like 2 a.m. the other night. He was on TikTok. He was looking at these girls, and I said, "What's that noise?" He goes, "It's these go-karts." I go, "What go-kart?" He's like, "It's called a trike. It's this, that." I'm like, "What are you talking about?" Then he sends me a photo. He's like, "We should just make these." I'm like, "Bro, I don't know someone who's gonna make a go-kart." He go, "I know a guy. You want one?" I go, "Yeah." Bro, we literally made like 5 of those things. And then I crashed one into a wall yesterday. Then the neighbors call the cops on me. They go, "Yo, this guy crashed into a wall. I knocked over some stuff. Big deal. I told him I'd pay for it." And I'm like, bro, like this is like a normal weekday with Rampage. Like it'll be like 2 a.m. I hear people yelling at him. I'm like, bro, what's that guy yelling about? You just got sniped. I'm like, you sound like you're at war. He's like, "No, I'm playing Fortnite with these kids." I'm like, what in the world?
Call of Duty. You don't know what you're talking about.
Call of Duty or Fortnite? What do you play?
I'm on COD, man.
You're on what?
COD.
Oh, I thought you said I'm on a COD. I'm like, what? You be saying crazy stuff.
Call of Duty. COD, man.
No,
Get with the time.
I'm not 12, brother. I can't help you.
Hey, I'm probably about, in my head, I'm probably like 15.
But you got a Twitch and everything, right?
I haven't streamed in a while, but yeah, I got Twitch.
He's on
and
Kick.
Yeah, I'm on Kick.
We're all on Kick. He
haven't
brought
streamed
Sneeko here to train Sneeko so Sneeko could go back and spar Sean Strickland.
Yeah.
That's the dude Sean Strickland.
Yeah.
I didn't. Did you see that when
I seen it. Yeah,
I don't like that.
Yeah, he beat that boy out.
Could you beat up Sean Strickland right now?
Could I beat him up right now?
Yeah.
I mean, I don't beat people up. I mean, look,
If you fought Sean Strickland, if you had like a 3-month training camp.
I mean, Sean Strickland is he's tough out right now, man. You know what I'm saying? Like,
you don't think you could beat? I think I could beat him with a training camp, but I'm old.
That's what he said. That's why I was wondering what your opinion is.
I mean, I don't know, man. Here's the thing about it. I don't know. I don't know, man. I say this: if I got ultimate belief in myself, 100%, but I don't know, man.
But you said you could beat me.
I don't know what's going on here. Is this like psychological warfare again?
Because
psychological warfare.
Yeah. Something's going on here.
Nah,
again.
because
now he's all modest and kind. 5 minutes ago, you said you would execute him.
There's a difference between him and Sean Strickland. Like,
oh my God!
Now I'm offended. Now I'm offended.
What I'm saying
you
is,
gonna just take this?
I
feel like I'm in I like Joe Pesci and Goodfellas. Like you gonna just sit here and take this?
Look,
God damn it!
Sean Strickland is in the prime of his career right now. We ain't in the prime right now. So right now it's like,
Do you remember when George Foreman came back?
And he fought Michael Moore?
Mm-hmm. He was our age, buddy.
That's true.
It's all up here.
It's all up there. It's all
up there. Like we might not have youth, but we have experience, and we have things that's going to take them 10 more years to get.
Right.
So it's just like we just have to. I know MMA is different from boxing. It's a more physical sport, but we just have to. We just have to be smart. Look at Randy Couture.
Mm. Yeah, Randy was the best at that.
Here's an easy one: Jake Paul or Mike Tyson?
Mike Tyson. Mike Tyson.
Man, it's hard to go against Mike Tyson, even though he's 60.
Have you watched Jake Paul box?
Yeah.
Good enough.
Yeah. Here's the thing about it is the fact that yes, Jake can land some bombs, right? He can throw that big right hand, but when you watch Jake box, he's loading up with that right hand the whole time. Anybody can see he's getting ready to throw that right hand, and especially if you're a boxer at the level of Mike Tyson, you're gonna see that right out the gate.
Mike's a legend.
So if Jake has gotten better with disguising that big punch and he learns how to throw some smaller punches in between to set up that big one, then yeah, Mike Tyson's in trouble. But for the most part, if he's gonna be sitting back waiting for that perfect opportunity to land that big right hand, then he might get found while he's wanting, you know?
What's your price if Jake Paul called you out after the Mike Tyson fight? What's your price for you to get in there and box?
Man, no, he don't want that smoke. He don't want that.
Would you turn that fight down?
Nah, hell nah. I'll do that.
You would box him?
Yeah.
Right now?
Him. Yeah.
That's the bag.
Wow.
You wouldn't fight Jake?
I wouldn't fight Jake. It's my dog.
He'd be all on Jake nuts, bro.
I'm not on his nuts.
He on,
That's my
man, he
dog.
on Jake's
No, but
nuts, bro.
what are you talking about?
What are you talking about? Every time somebody say something bad about Jake, he go and FaceTime.
I can
see it.
He tell him what the
I
fuck he
think the
said.
guy did a lot for boxing. I
can
think he
see
does
that.
a lot. I think he's a good person. I think people misunderstand him.
Look. With
I
Jake,
just don't know if people at your age would want to fight him. He's young. He's hungry.
yeah, what Jake has done for the boxing game
Yeah.
is like he's figured out his niche, right? He's figured out his niche. He's a genius at what he does, right?
Yeah.
But Jake, he's very beatable still
In boxing.
in boxing. He's very beatable.
Oh my God, you might get a call next week.
Hey,
No, he's very.
You might get a
he's-
call with this podcast next
no,
week to fight him.
Are you serious? Are you serious right now? Like you think that
Hey,
Jake
the first boxer he fought beat him.
and that's the thing about it. That's the thing
Tommy
about it.
Fury?
Like, look, Tommy Fury
Yeah.
is trash.
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 How bad?
He's super duper trash. Look, here's the thing.
I love this.
No, here's the thing with
This is
Tommy.
crazy.
Here's the thing with Tommy. Like,
Yeah.
I can throw shade on whoever, but
Yeah, you a champion. You could say whatever you want. It comes with credibility.
I'm not throwing shade when I say that. I think that Tommy is afraid to fight. He's like, I can see the fear in Tommy. If I had to fight Tommy, I'd have smacked the shit out of him right out the gate. Just even before the fight even happened, just smack him.
Do you see fear in him?
Nah, he ain't got no fear.
Oh, okay, good.
He ain't-
I like that.
he
I
ain't
got your
no
back.
fear.
Hey,
No,
hey,
he-
hey,
he-
I got-
he-
you know what?
I know he-
Hey,
I know he ain't scared.
I'm gonna tell you something.
What?
He's been trying to egg
Yeah, he
us
was trying
on.
to get it.
You.
No.
I seen it.
I would never.
Yeah, you gonna take this? You gonna take this? I seen it.
No, I would never. Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't try to play me against him. I brought him here. Don't do that. Don't try to make me go against my man's.
He brought you here because he knows I'm going through some personal stuff and I'm not in the best of moods. So he's been trying to egg me.
No, I told you I was going to bring you a surprise like I did Shannon Briggs.
Yeah, he do that, motherfucker.
I brought Shannon Briggs here, middle of the day, random. I told him to come here. We're going to have a special lunch.
Oh my God.
He walks in, Shannon Briggs. What's up? Let's go, champ.
Let's go, champ. Champ.
That guy so
Hey.
annoying.
Wait, but you didn't answer. Who would win, Shannon Briggs or him?
He did answer.
No, he just laughed.
No. Anyway, listen. Hey, what you think about Ryan Garcia and the stuff going on with Danny Haney? Did you watch that?
Yeah, I watched it.
What's his name? Devin Haney.
Devin Haney, yeah. Devin Haney. I mean, he fought a good fight, but was he dirty? I don't know. I gotta wait to see what more of these tests come out. I don't think he was. You know what I'm saying? But there was definitely something in the system. I don't know if it was tainted supplements or whatnot, but it to me looked as if like Devin Haney had one of those situations happen like I had when I fought Tito Ortiz the first time. He just believed that he was gonna beat him, and when he went in there and he started to feel something different, he kind of kept forcing the action instead of taking some time back to be like, hold on, let me recalibrate things. But then his dad was pushing him in his ear, so he knew he couldn't let his dad out there, let his dad down. So he went out there and caught an ass whooping just off of him forcing things, and he wasn't able to see what Ryan was doing.
Yeah, I think Ryan had Devin and his whole team fooled.
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 He had me fooled though.
They didn't have me fooled.
Man, he
Didn't
had
have
me
me
fooled.
fooled.
He had me fooled. I'm like, this dude is.
Nah, it was just for me. It was just too obvious. Like it was over the top.
Yeah.
which made it too obvious for me because I've met Ryan Garcia before. You know what I'm saying? And
Yeah.
when I met him, you remember I said earlier I could feel people's energy. When I met him, he just seemed like you know what I'm saying, he was on the level, like he's a cool dude. And
Yeah.
he seemed sane. He didn't seem insane to me. I'm like, And I was like, oh, okay. I said, this might be an act, but I didn't know. I didn't know. I was like, I didn't know that, but I wasn't fooled. I didn't think this motherfucker was crazy, but he was saying too much. He was doing too many tweets about too much random shit for me to think like, I was like, and what had me thinking was I heard that they wasn't selling tickets for the fight. And that's what had me thinking like, okay, sound like these motherfuckers desperate to sell this motherfucking fight. And then it sounded like they did good after.
Yeah, they sold the shit out of that fight.
Did you guys see that thing this morning? They said Islam, the testing agency came out. Did you see that on the UFC? They came out and basically said at the time Islam got tested, X, Y, and Z, it's the biggest mishap in the history of testing, and that he's clean after all that. And they came back and they're wiping it, or they're not wiping it clean, but they're basically saying like he was fine. It was a mishap. Blah 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 blah.
They should have said that about Khalil Roundtree.
Bro,
Fuck that,
bro. You got to see this. This is. I don't even understand how this works.
That you were allowed to use it. He had a medical procedure back in 2014. Submitted documents that he used it under that, and ultimately he was cleared by USADA. But in my opinion, one of the greatest colossal mistakes in anti-doping. It affected
when they get Skeletor working for them,
but several other UFC athletes and hundreds of other amateur Olympic athletes, and that's something that just cannot happen. That's something that you can carry forward with you in your reputation forever. So I'm here
Skeletor
to say that Islam.
Oh, that's
Jeff Nowitzki.
Yeah, Jeff Nowitzki.
He's a athletic commission.
Forever. So I'm here today to say that Islam absolutely did nothing wrong. This mistake was on the anti-doping authority, not him. And very important to note that.
So I guess they're.
But that's good though. That's good though, because here's the thing about it. If I submit to the commission what I'm taking, if they ask me I'm taking drugs, and I submit to them what I take, and then I test positive what I take, and they're trying to hold my feet to the fire, it's like I got cleared. I got cleared because before, when you take the medication, you got to get cleared by USADA, and that definitely an oversight. But dang, I mean,
how would you feel if you fought someone and then after the fight you found out that they was on some performance enhancer? How would that make you feel? Like whether you win, say you lost the fight.
Yeah, man. It depends, because I've heard that. I've heard that from about some fighters that I fought before that they were using.
Who?
I heard that Jon was dirty when I fought him.
But do you believe it?
I don't know. I mean,
in your heart, no joking. Do you actually believe that he was dirty, or do you feel like you just lost the fight?
Well, I don't feel like I lost a fight because he was dirty, but I feel like it could be a possibility. Fighting Jon. Jon was he was a couple of steps ahead of me that night. I hit him with some good shots. I felt like I had him in trouble once or twice, but for the most part, he beat me.
Did he eye poke you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, grab the inside of my glove. All his tricks. Jon's a smart fighter like that. You
say smart, I say dirty. I think he's the dirtiest.
Yeah,
fighter.
yeah. I mean, yeah. He'll do all that stuff to you, but it's like, when I heard that, I was just like, oh, okay,
That's interesting. But he said he chose to call Jon a smart fighter.
Hey,
tactician.
You know why? Because he's dirty too. He grabbing niggas' shorts and shit.
Hey, look.
Are you gonna let it go now?
No.
Is it water under the bridge after today now? Is this it? Is it because it's like the 15-year anniversary last week? 14-year anniversary of you guys fighting and you having the issue with that.
Man, it's been 14 fucking years.
14 years, man.
Where did the time go?
I know, it's crazy.
14 years ago, you guys battled. Hey, that stare-off was insane. You guys for sure hated each other at that moment.
Yeah,
for sure. It wasn't fake.
People always ask, "Oh, was you on Rampage fake?" I was like,
"No,
nah, it wasn't fake."
Certain times on the show, I would be like, "All right, Rampage, I think liked him, but he knew he had to bully him or something." But then when I saw you guys face off in the cage, I was like, "Wow, they hate each other."
Well, I'm gonna say this. I've always respected Rashad, but I think like our first meeting always left a bad taste in my mouth when I met him at King of the Cage because, like I said, Sick Dog was injured. I think he injured himself in your fight. He hurt his ankles or some shit, and and you start playing with your nipples and shit. I was like, what the fuck? You just beat my, like, why you showing off, man? The guy was, he started playing. I'm like, what the fuck is going on here? What was up with you and your nipples back in the day, bro?
That was part of my game. So what I would do is I would start clowning, man. I'll start clowning, jumping around, and just doing some shit to get my opponent to just be like, just that pause. That's all I needed was that pause. And then
you should pause.
That's why you named his contestant Titties. I get it now. It all came because that was your dance. I always wonder where that nickname came from.
Yeah, and the weird thing about Titties is that he was cool with the nickname at first, and then
you bullied him, bro. Enough's enough.
No, what happened was it got on TV, and then social media got a hold of him, and then it was curtains.
But no, even on the show after a while, before they got on the show, he was over the Titties. You know what? I think it was after we made that painting.
I still got that shit. I still got that.
That painting,
I still got that.
You call him Team Cocky or something?
Yeah, y'all team was
Team Cocky, right?
That team was cocky as fuck.
Yeah.
They painted you like the WB Far Oak. And Titties had some knockers.
Yeah.
Bro, but you know what? I was out of pocket for telling him I was going to titty fuck him, though.
That's the craziest thing you've ever said on camera.
That's crazy.
That's the craziest
thing. That was crazy right there.
Yeah,
to a dude. Yeah.
Bro, every day, like, it was like they were teaming up on me. Like, my team wasn't.
But see, that's where he's wrong, because it was him. He had Tiki. He had all. I had Van. I had Phil Nurse. Yeah. I had Trevor Whitman. Them dudes ain't gonna. Mike Van Arsdale might talk some shit, but all the other dudes, they wasn't talking no shit.
Is he still cross-dressing?
Who, Coach Van?
Yeah.
Oh, come on now. Come on now.
Hey, you know when we put those chickens in your fucking cars?
Did I know? Yeah, when y'all did. We did that? I remember that shit.
We fed the fuck out those chickens.
Oh, I know. They shit all over our car. They shit all over our car.
Bro, that shit actually backfired on us because they gave y'all better cars than us. We had some bullshit ass cars.
That shit made us sick though. Because we had to drive that we had to drive the shitty car home. we had to drive the shitty car home. It was terrible. That shit made us sick, bro. It was like, yo, I'm getting sick from because they shit all over the car.
Man, I couldn't believe that they let us do all the shit we did. They let us paint our room pink and shit. Yeah, I think you like that one though. I bet he was in on his free time playing his
When does it end, dude? When does it end?
Bro, it's never going to end.
It ain't gonna end. You know, we gotta get back into the ring and do something. I mean,
yeah. I think so.
I think it's gotta be a ring though. I mean,
He said he don't want to see me in MMA. Is what he's saying. He
will get tired in a half a round if we did MMA 5 minutes, bro. At 250, he gonna be cooked.
No. I'll be 230 by that time. 225, 230. After a long training camp. I'm gonna try.
This dude's like 3% body fat. He only eats broccoli, and he licks toads. You have a lot of cardio if you want to get in fight shape.
That's why he don't
do this,
bro. That's why he don't want to do MMA because you need
muscle. Oh,
you need animal
meat.
You need meat. You need animal protein. God. Maybe boxing he can get away, but you ain't gonna have that.
Right. Show him. Look at
it.
Get him.
Look at all that protein. I'm getting that animal protein. You need that meat.
Does that make you nervous at all?
Nah, I don't even see no cuts in there.
What? You don't see the size?
Because I'm all natural.
Yeah, you don't see the size. He all natty, like Mike O'Hearn. Wait, you don't see the size?
Nah.
You see the cut right
Wait,
there.
point the finger again. Do that like Hulk Hogan. Do that one. Because that will really make him scared. No, because that was good.
Hey, whenever a man tell you, do that again. I'm uninterested.
Listen, hey, this was probably one of the best podcasts we've ever done with the most requested guest of all time. As we wrap this up, I just got to know, is there someone that you still wanted to fight, someone that you never got that last fight with in the UFC?
I've always wanted to fight Shogun, but at this point right now in life, I'm good, man. You know, I feel like I achieved what I achieved. You know, it wasn't everything that I wanted to, but at the same time, it was a lot more than I expected. And I'm just grateful for the opportunity to be able to have the chance to compete against the best guys at the time. When I look at my resume and I see all these guys that I fought, win, lose, or draw, I got a chance to be in the cage with them. And this man right here is one of the dudes I got a chance to be in the cage with. one of the baddest men to ever do it. You know, one of my biggest inspirations for getting into the game. So, you know, I mean, for me, it was always a win. So I don't hold any kind of like, oh, I wish I would have did this. I just feel like, I was blessed to do what I did.
Spoken like a true champ. Both of you guys have put on some of the greatest fights I think the MMA community has been blessed to watch and see. And you guys laid I would say the path for the common champ, like the current champs, you know, on what it takes to be a real champion and fight a good roster of talent. Because we do see a lot of duck in and people waiting for the perfect fight. And you guys just stepped in there every time it was offered. And I feel like that's what makes you guys champions. That's why you guys are fan favorites forever. And UFC Hall of Fame, and this was incredible conversation. It's good to see Rampage. You know,
he always wanted to bring somebody on that beat me. like we always on the interview, and people think we're biased. He honestly, he listens to the comments and stuff a lot. He reads everything.
They come for me 24/7.
Yeah. He like guys coming for him 24/7. But I mean.
We having a serious conversation. All of a sudden, you got to talk about your night the other night.
Oh, you got me fucked up.
What?
Anyway,
Okay. What?
He was like, man, we got to have somebody on that beat you. I'm like, I don't care. Bring on, you know, it's a podcast. Like, you know.
It's hard for me, though, because I never fought, so I don't know what that feeling like is to sit across from someone who smashed my face open. I'm like, I don't
sometimes he be asking guests, like, about bad fights that, you know, stuff. You know, I don't like to talk to people about fights they lost. And
people want to hear it. Like, isn't that why we're here?
I don't know. I just feel like it's disrespectful.
But you do it. I do it with positivity.
Well, sometimes
I'm doing it for.
Sometimes you be out of pocket with some of your questions, but I got a question.
Like
what can we buy? Where can we go to order this?
Good question. You can go to getumbo.com. And
Get what?
Getumbo.
UMBO.
Yep.
Okay.
Getumbo.com. And
you have a promo code?
I do not have a promo.
Is it on
code.
Amazon yet, or is it really new?
No, it's not on Amazon yet. You got to go to the website and get it. Sign up for the newsletter if you'd like to find out all the new stuff that we got coming out, because we keep stuff coming down the pipe. But yeah, man, I mean, this right here is.
That's fantastic too. I ate half the bar.
Yeah. Because I'm gonna try and give it to my son. He likes all that out, and I'm gonna eat your products before I kick your ass.
How about this? I'm gonna send you some of my products.
All right.
I'm gonna send you some of my products. Don't worry about it. It ain't gonna be tainted. They ain't gonna be tainted.
No,
they ain't gonna be tainted. You know.
You smart. I wasn't even thinking about it.
I will order it.
We will get it under a different name.
Yeah, we will get it under a different name.
You crazy. Wow. 4 hours I've been sitting with this guy. Now I realize it.
Bro,
Come on now.
I had to deal with this for 6 weeks, bro. And like people say, I'm the bully, man.
Wow.
Psychology, bro. Don't worry, it's not gonna be tainted. So the whole time I'm eating this shit.
Like Obi-Wan Kenobi.
Yeah, man.
It's incredible.
It won't be tainted.
I'm just saying.
I just want to.
Yeah, he got that voice, right? Like Usher. I'm just saying. Yeah. No, it's all good.
He reminds you of Usher?
He got that voice. Like he's like all smooth with it.
So he reminds you of Usher.
I didn't say that. I said he got like an Usher voice.
No, you can't.
No, he got like a very like he like.
So when you see Rashad, think of Rashad, you think of Usher.
Nah, I think of Jason Jackson. Oh, cause the hair.
The hair.
Yeah.
Okay.
But in our reality, he don't look nothing like Jason Jackson. Jason Jackson's a little bit darker than him.
Yeah, a little bit.
They're about the same height though. Yeah. Why? Why do you always do that?
I just be.
Are you mad at who I said you remind me of? Is that why you always have to do this at the end of the show? He's mad because I said he reminds me of Kane. You know, in WWE, Kane, the dude with the mask. He's mad that I said that he reminds me of him.
Of Kane?
Yeah.
He be making shit up, bro.
No, that's why he's mad at me. This is a constant.
I don't look nothing like Kane.
We've never seen Kane's face. He wore a mask. That nigga white.
So
What? No, he's not. We've never seen his face.
You seen his skin. You seen his hair.
When? You have hair like that. You choose to do this tattoo stuff.
So his hair would be like Kane's if you let it grow?
He has like 3 different looks he could always go with. He could wear the hat, he could do the tattoo, or he could do the thing like yours.
Yeah, I want to go to Turkey and do some shiitake mushrooms. I want to go. Yeah, not that much.
Not this long?
No,
you should have that.
No, my head too big. I look like the Predator.
No, look at he's got the exact same head, same height.
No, my head big.
Hold on now.
What?
Hold on now.
Wait.
Wait. Are you trying to say he has a big head?
Come
you
on.
said he has a Tito Ortiz shaped head?
I mean,
That's crazy.
Tito's head is bigger than mine.
No, it's not.
Bro, I was going to tell you, when you hurt your fist on Tito, one time I was training with him, He was wrestling, and he just rested his head on my collarbone. Shit was sore for 2 weeks. True story. He didn't headbutt it or nothing, bro. True story.
You just put it there, right?
Just put it there. Wrestling, you know how you tie up?
Yeah.
True story. Tito head's big as fuck. So my head ain't nowhere. I took a picture with Tito, and he made my head look small.
Yeah.
You guys have the same build, same frame, same.
Man, look at
look,
he like a
same
wimpy burger.
energy.
Look at me, man.
Looks like a wimpy what?
Wimpy burger. He don't even know what that is either.
No, but I mean, he looks in shape. That's what's good. He looks healthy. You look healthy too, but you look full of life. And he look what? In a good way.
I agree. He do look full of life.
You look,
and his cheeks and everything.
This is the leanest and the strongest you've been. But this isn't Rampage where you would walk around the beach with no shirt on with the True Religions and hollering at every girl. Bro, you used to run around the beach. Remember that?
But you know, we shouldn't do that to him though.
Because
look,
body shame. This is the leanest and the healthiest you've ever been.
He was up at like 3:30.
No. Don't make him feel better by saying he was bigger. My
I
God.
ain't never been 330.
You crazy.
How much was you?
Wait, you crazy?
never been
No, the one you was walking down the street,
Derek
you was looking
Lewis.
like Precious.
Precious.
No, what was that? What was that picture that No. No, who was that?
Yo,
Remember
Precious.
No, I wasn't 3.
Remember how big?
I've never been over 295.
What? 295.
I never been over 295.
No, when you started to lose weight again after you take that medicine, what was your weight at?
You talking about when I fought Fedor? I wasn't 300 in.
Okay.
You know what the crazy thing is? The crazy thing is when I got to Japan, I wasn't that big. I got receipts to prove it. When I got to Japan, I wasn't shaped. I wasn't even shaped like that.
Isn't it true that you got to Japan, you started eating a bunch of carbs?
Yeah, my coach told me to carb up, and I hadn't been eating carbs, and my body had a crazy reaction, and I just fucking
Ballooned up to it.
I ballooned up for fast in like a couple days.
Yeah, I have to say though, him moving around the ring with Luke Rockhold and training with all the coaches, with Yogi and Gabriel, and then he's been sparring some of his boys. It's been amazing. Like everybody's been inspired to be a boxer now because it's been amazing to watch him move around so quickly. Dude, he knocked some dude out the other day. And I said, yo, brother, you got to go easy on these new kids. Like you can't just go in there and kill him. He goes, I got to let him know what time it is. I go like, wow.
See, people see Rampage like he ain't fast, but let me tell you something. Rampage is quick. Like a crocodile. Got the snap reflex.
Yeah. People, every time I hit pads and stuff and I post it, people like, oh, you slow. I'm like, okay. I've never been known for speed.
Yeah, but he's right because the other day you waited like 3 minutes to throw your right hand and then you threw it one time and the dude dropped. I'm like, bro, the guy's got to fight in a week. Chill out.
Yeah, I don't like. I don't think it's fair for me to throw it like all the time with some of the guys. The guy had a fight coming up.
Yeah. He waited the whole round and then like the last 30 seconds, all of a sudden he like turned the jets on. But I watch him when he spars, he always looks at the clock, and right when it's like 30 seconds, he starts going crazy.
But he probably didn't real. I mean, because he reacts a lot of time. If you hit him with a left hook, you can get caught with a left hook too.
He know your game.
Well,
that's a little scary now.
Yeah, no,
as we wrap this up.
I'm sure he watched.
Oh, you watch his tape a lot?
I mean, I watched him fight. Yeah, I'm on his game. But let me ask you this.
Don't get nervous. Don't get stressed out.
So when
we'll change the game.
So when you the fight got canceled with Shannon, like, were you kind of like, all right, was it kind of relieved or just kind of like?
No.
Just kind of like.
No, I'm very disappointed. I really wanted to get my first boxing match out the way. And I think Shannon was a great opponent for me. It woke me up because I get nervous again because he could have knocked me out. But I felt like if I went past 4 rounds, I was going to dog him out because I don't think he can go past four rounds with my intensity.
Yeah, I felt like he was going to get himself in trouble with you because he was taking you too light. That's what I felt like. He was gonna get himself in trouble because he was taking them too light, and I was like, "All right, it don't look like much, but
he don't look like
no, because he was hitting the mitts, and he was going.
He's
like,
so good at throwing like a nice compliment. Yeah,
bro, it's like me. I don't have ego.
Yeah,
and that's my thing. So when if I train and stuff like that, and it don't look the best, it shows like I don't care. Yeah, and I put out stuff that I want people to see anyway.
Right. That is true.
So I don't have to always put out exactly how good I look and stuff.
I never realized that you do that. Like he'll train and then he'll go make a little piece of content. I'm like, okay, cool.
Yeah, because my thing is sometimes you don't want to show your best. You don't want to.
But one time you did get kind of pissed off though. I was like, motherfuckers talking about I'm trash.
Yeah. It's content.
Yeah.
Yeah, I get pissed off. I'm human.
Yeah.
I get pissed off a little bit, but only because Shannon, like if I post anything, it's Shannon. And his million. Shannon has like 5 millions that comment bullshit on your post.
Hey, look at this video Shannon posted.
He's like, wow, look at him.
It's so bad. Look at him, champ.
Look at him.
Bro, anything I post, anything to do with training, they'll tag him and then he'll see it and then he'll make a video about it. Like, I'm working on power. I'm not working on speed right now. I'm working on my powerful uppercut, my body hooks. Why you showing?
I show him this video?
Let me see.
No, it's okay.
No, let's see.
No, you gotta see it now.
All right, it's pretty funny.
This guy.
I'm not gonna show the camera.
Go ahead, man. Go ahead.
This one.
Oh, fuck. All right.
That's you?
Where did he get these photos? Yo.
That's Photoshop.
He said Ernesto, Rafaela, and Donatello. He named each face too. He said, get him, champ, get him.
That's crazy.
That's crazy. Hey,
That's crazy.
Shannon Briggs is insane at Photoshop.
Crazy.
You got to admit it.
I thought you wasn't going to show the camera.
Oh, no. Hey, strike that. We don't got to do all that. Listen, as we wrap it up, this is it.
Go.
One of the best shows of all time with one of the best guests of all time with the best hair for sure. Rampage, what's wrong, brother? We're all here for you. What's wrong? You look like a strawberry daiquiri today. What's wrong? Why are you mad?
Motherfuckers just called me a strawberry daiquiri.
Yeah, you got 50 Shades of Red going
tasty.
on. Yeah, you look tasty. Pause.
That's how you said. That's how you said you look tasty.
He said you look tasty.
No, you didn't say you look tasty.
My
You the one who
God.
said you look like a strawberry
At the end of the
daiquiri.
show, it comes out.
No, you said strawberry daiquiri. I was like, he must look tasty.
His name is Sugar Rashad.
Oh my God, Wow, Sugar Sean stole your name.
Yeah.
The first Sugar too. Stole my whole flow.
Yeah, because he got sugar in his tank. That's why.
Oh my. Listen, we out. JAXXON Podcast. We give you guys what you wanted. Thanks for requesting it. The most requested guest of the year. We out.